spent the entirety of the day before of yesterday playing Smash Bros. So
Dude, I am so
That's a good
jealous.
day.
I'm so jealous.
Samus OP.
nah, Young Link. Young Link is OP.
My mate always used to play Young Link. So irritating.
Do. Now all we gotta do is wait for VATS, and then we'll get started.
Cool.
So yeah, just as a recap, last time you guys were here, you guys made a nice new friend with Charlie the vegan troll, which you then took back up to Waterdeep to assist you in your affairs in the Smoke and Mirrors Tavern, where he is now a cook there. You've given adequate employee membership to creatures in the Undermountain, which might become a running theme. And then you went back down, and you then started exploring the southern half of Undermountain, which resulted in you looking into a gate thing right over here that seems to be a broken gate that was supposed to lead you downwards. But unfortunately, it's broken now, and only managed to try to hurt you as you try to pass through it. Then you guys talked to a skeleton wizard that was punished by the currency conspiracy, who was you guys used the spell Talk to Dead to talk with, and then you got some information on the currency conspiracy, which is one of the Allfallen. I put the name of the Allfallen into the Discord chat today, the night after, and then I realized what had happened. And I was like, oh, I should have told him that. But what's done is done. I don't think there's any like damage to that.
Honourable mention for the raccoon as well.
Honorable mentions. And now you guys are going in even deeper into the depths of Undermountain as you explore the last bits of the first level today.
On that note, actually, Storm, is your panther a summon or is it a real creature?
It's a real creature.
Okay.
As is my new raccoon.
Another
Bear.
theme of collecting random animals in the Underdark.
Yeah.
Bring it all together and get a mic in it.
That'd be a
It
little
wasn't
awkward.
planned. It just happened.
You know what? Where's my bullet mount? You know, like, let's just go. Oh man, it'd be really awkward if anyone played a warlock in this campaign and it's like, oh shit. That's my boss.
That's my boss!
Hey boss. I'm here to kill you.
Guess our contract's over, huh?
You should have read the fine print, man.
It says here, if I kill you, you'll be dead.
Woo.
As are most things.
It just works out that way. Yeah, my Saturday game, we started our jump into the Mad Mage dungeon, and it is a lot different with only 2 people compared to 5 people, or 3 people compared to 5 people. The
Yeah.
jump is astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
Like that first fight with the bugbears and the intellect devourers. Oof.
Woof.
Yeah, I did think that was a bit of a gentle entry, but with 2 people, that's
No, 3 people. I messed up. It was 3 people, but like even losing 2 people is just like, oh, you know.
Yes. Okay, so now that we're all here, we can jump in now. So you guys have just finished up talking to the skeleton, who has ratted out some of the secrets of the currency conspiracy, and has told you the location of where the location of the true wealth of the soul currency of the High Wizard, the Blackstaff is on the 9th level of the Undermountain dungeon. And then he dropped to the ground because the spell was over, as you had finally used up all your questions.
Didn't we bank one?
Um,
that was with the black stuff, I think.
that was with Halaster.
Oh.
Oh, with Halaster, that's it. Yeah.
But yes, so that is all that you have gained from him at the moment. So what would you guys like to do now?
Well, I suppose we should just keep exploring at this point.
Sounds like a
And there's
All right.
one way to go as well. So
Yep, so as you head through the room, there's nothing else here other than the stone walls and the torches lighting the place up. So as you go down here, you notice there's a long hallway leading downwards. You do notice that as you keep going down, you're passing like this little hallway over here that was supposedly like a deathly hallway you weren't supposed to go down because of the thing up here.
Walking through here, I want to keep an eye out for any kind of traps.
Okay, you may look for traps with a perception check.
I mean, it
Actually,
seemed like you were letting us just walk by when you noted we were.
You said
Walking
perception,
by that.
right? Yeah, 25 perception. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could totally pilot Ariatso if you want. Okay. So yeah, so yes. Yeah. That was weird. But yeah, so you look at over here and you see that there are no traps in this hallway. You're dead sure with that 25 perception. You're just like, you're
Okay.
good.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Is safe.
When you go inside of here, you see this seems to be like an excavation site of some kind. As you see that near the top of this excavation site is a dead goblin. It lies on the floor, and it looks like its skull has been caved in with a pickaxe. And you see that there is a headless statue that is seemingly holding up its arms widely, like it's preparing to give somebody a hug right over here.
Oh.
And there's a small tunnel right over here.
does that scream trap to everybody else, or is it just me?
It's
What are you
quite
talking
vocal.
about? It screams free hugs. Of course, it's a trap.
So are we gonna walk past, or see if we can get past? Have a look
Well-
up that tunnel.
the only thing that tunnel leads to is back the way we came. I don't necessarily think we need to go there.
Unless we think there's something in the tunnel that might be worth our time.
That is the question.
It's all up to you if you want to go down this tunnel or not. If you want to make a perception check to see if there are any traps or if there's anything like in the tunnel, like you can hear, you can certainly try to make that.
I will attempt that.
Yeah, I'll have a crack too.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, everybody's using their crits early. I like it. So
Guys, stop.
Harmony, you lean in, and you don't hear anything with inside the tunnel. You do spot, however, on the floor there is the statue. The statue's head is on the floor, and you see that it seems to be a Medusa-like statue, as it is a woman filled with snakes in her hair that seems to be lying on the floor.
So I'll relay that to the party.
I Huh. I don't think I've ever seen anything with snakes in its hair before. That's new.
It's all the rage in the Underdark.
I've never been to the Underdark, so
It's a fashion trend. I'm pretty sure it's last season.
fair enough.
Been a while since I've been there.
Right. And yes. So do you guys want to head down the hallway here, or do you want to continue onwards?
I vote for continuing on.
Me too.
All right. You push open the doors here, and you find that there are two hallways going forward. One of them leads over here, further into the mountain. You can see on your map that up here it seems to be one of Xanathar's guild lookouts. That is probably hosted by a menagerie of different Xanathar level guards. However, you see that if you go down here, there is a secret passageway leading. It seems to lead a bit further, quicker to your exit, but it does lead into another Xanathar guild hideout.
I say we go southwest, deal with everything there, might have something. Take out that Xanathar just mass to the east, and then we can go south.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, sure.
Clean up behind us.
That way we don't have anyone sneaking up on us if we go to the next level.
This is true. All right, so if you want to start heading south, you can certainly move your tokens down there. As you go down here, you find your feet seem to be a little slippery as you do so, because it seems that the floors have been completely cleaned over, like they're sparkling and brand new. Even the stones, they look wet and almost kind of slimy as you step on them. But nothing seems to come onto your boots and your shoes as you step off of them. It's almost like gum that's made the place a little cleaner.
Oh.
Speaking of boots, I will start hovering just off the ground.
Okay.
Same. I was going to say the same thing.
All right. Do you guys want to move left or right?
We can
Do
start
we
left.
start by clearing right, or
I figure we start clearing the left side, and then make our way right.
Makes sense.
either or? Yeah.
I am also going to be keeping an eye out for traps along the way.
I will as well.
Same.
All right. Both of you can just make perception checks for the hallways up ahead then.
Oof.
Yeah, not bad.
All right. You guys go ahead. You don't see any traps up ahead. When you get to here, you see that there is a little small doorway leading into this place. If you were to open it up, you see that it is an empty closet. It seems to be like a 10-foot square room just with an empty space inside of it.
Okay.
Haven't we seen one of these before?
I think it's near the right?
Yeah, it was near the Manticore room. But it just seemed to be empty as well.
So I will summon the mage hand with the sword in it and put it into the cupboard, wave it around a little bit, see if anything happens.
You wave it around a little bit. Give me an attack roll.
You're going to murder an invisible lark.
Okay, roll damage. You hit the wall a bit, but nothing else seems to happen.
Oof. Okay.
Be all good.
That
Yep.
was a close call.
Yeah, close call. You almost hit nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you keep going down here, you come to another fork. Where do you want to go?
Is the floor still the same with that like slipperiness or whatever?
Yep, it's still slow.
So slippery.
Figure we could go down first.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Let's see. Yes. So Gildas, once you come around the corner, since I saw you going down here first, I want you to make a. Well, actually, you already did make a perception check. So, Gildas, when you're making your way down here, you are suddenly like stopped by something as you like almost plow into it. You turn the corner like right here, and you see that there is a giant. There seems to be a gelatinous cube. Right over here. And as you like turn the corner, you hear this voice come from the cube, going like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Stop, stop, stop! You're getting the floors dirty."
Wait, what?
You're getting the. I just went around here. You're getting your. Your boots have blood on them. Your boots have blood on them. Ew, ew, ew.
I've been down here killing things that've been trying to kill me. Of course I have blood on my clothes.
That's disgusting. Oh, that's disgusting. Ew, 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 ew.
Is that all you're going to say?
I'm sorry. My name's Janet. It's nice to meet you. I'm the janitor here in the first layer of the Underdark. Not the Underdark, Undermountain. You guys were talking about it earlier. It's infected me. What are you doing down here?
Wow, this is not how I expected my day to go. Well, it appears your boss, I would say, asked us to take care of a problem. We're mostly just trying to make our way down to the second floor.
Oh, are you headed to Undercon?
I'm sorry, what?
Undercon. Are you headed to Undercon on the second floor?
Pretend I don't know what that means.
Oh, well, it's a new thing that kind of just popped up recently. You see, on the second floor, there's there's these areas down there called Undercon, and well, it's kind of like a true neutral zone where people don't like fight each other and they can't die, and they just sort of like collaborate and celebrate some of the new events that are going on in Undermountain. And I help out by just keeping the floors clean up here.
I'm just gonna turn around to the rest of everybody. I have a feeling I'm not going to be quite as sane as I was by the time we're done here.
I don't blame you.
This is a very odd place.
Maybe that's why the Larpers are here. For Undercon.
I don't want to talk about them.
You know, I've heard so many stories about how, don't go to the Underdark, you'll die, and it just seems like it's nicer than the surface so far.
I think Undermountain gets a bad rap, but just look past the murderers, the monsters, and the blood, and the sacrifices, and you know what I mean.
So, like the surface.
So, listen, yeah, I mean, we're not totally unlike the surface,
Just
my dad's
day.
at Undercon right now. He's running the his little booth down there. He's a lot bigger than I am, so I couldn't go down there. I think he's a little embarrassed about me.
I'm sorry that your father's embarrassed of you.
I'm really glad to hear you say that. Can I give you a hug?
I'm going to take a few steps back.
I feel like I'm going to regret this.
Remember, Lindell, you said earlier that no hugs are free.
When
Yeah,
did
he
I
sees you.
say that?
He sees you back away, and he's just like, "Oh, I get it. Okay,
It's
You-
I
no,
no, I get it.
no.
I'm not as big as my dad. I get it." And he starts moving back into his little like janitorial domain, and he's like, "You guys go on. There's no. Hey, listen, don't dirty up the hallways too much, okay?
I make no promises. We're
Hold on.
probably going to be doing some killing soon.
Bunch of jerks."
Gildas, why do you gotta make my job hard? You can have a hug, but don't get handsy.
I don't have hands, so that won't be a
But
problem.
you're basically one giant hand.
Okay,
You're
I
cute.
don't know how that's gonna work then.
I'm gonna pat Lindell on the back and give her guidance for
Couldn't
the.
need it.
Yeah.
Damn it! Why do I feel like a bad person not giving this thing a hug?
Oh, it doesn't work for saves, but
It's fine.
Do you give the ooze a hug, Lindell?
Reluctantly.
Okay. Let's see here. Make a dexterity saving throw then.
Hey!
Hey. Okay. So you give this thing like a good hug, as close as you can possibly get it. However, once you do, it seems to like almost like phase into you and like, try to absorb you. But then like you just like no, and you just get out of it. And it's just like, thank you so much. You know, you can't believe how many people like don't give me hugs these days just because I'm a cube. The cubes are nice, you know.
It felt like you tried to eat me.
I mean, that's what I mean, I eat kind of like filth off the ground every day. So when I touch your skin, I felt this kind of good stuff. I don't. You feel clean. So I kind of
Tried to
wanted
say
to.
Is it
janitorial's
like
cube.
moisturizer? Is like I'm like my pores are good now?
Yeah, your pores are. I think your pores are great now. Actually, I think you know what. If you want to double check, you can hug me again, and I think I can really get them. I think I can really get them good that time.
enough.
Okay. Does anybody else want to hug me while you're here?
I'm good.
I could use an exfoliation.
Awesome! And he goes in to give you a hug. If you really hug, they would give me a dexterity saving throw. And yes, you do it. You quickly like get your dex saving throw, and your skin is now super moisturized from the slime. He says, "This is. I haven't received 2 hugs in a row
You know,
since my parents left me."
Janitorious cube. I saw the good work you did on the floors, and that's why I'm trying to stay above and float above the ground for you, buddy.
You know what? I noticed that, and listen, that's super courteous of you. Normally, I would ask people to like take off their shoes when they came into these hallways, but you can keep those on.
Awesome. I do a little jig in the air.
Yay! He does like a little jelly jig on his like hallway.
You said your dad is at Undercon?
Yeah, he's a pretty big gelatinous cube. He can't get up the stairs now, so I'm kind of took over the family business on the first floor of the Undermountain.
Is he like a famous jelly or something?
Oh yeah, he's a sponsor for the gelatinous invocation.
Right. Does he give autographs or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think you. Does he give autographs? You know, I've never asked because I've never asked. I think he like talks about them a lot, like tries to get people to join the convocation. So maybe if you go talk to him and mention that Jen says hi, you can get on his good side.
What is the gelatinous convocation?
Oh, it's super cool. You know how like there are slimes everywhere? Like, you know, you see them in dungeons, you see them like just out in the wilds. They're all a part of the gelatinous convocation. We come from another plane of existence called the gelatinous convocation, and we kind of like slink into other planes of existence that we kind of go explore there. We absorb new kind of substances, and we expel them out back onto our world for studying purposes and such and such. But sometimes we stay here for too long and we get trapped, and that's kind of what happened to me and my family. We got trapped here in Undermountain, so we can't go back to the convocation. But I guess in like the last few months, the bonds between our kind of planes of existence became a little slimmer. So we've been trying to get back recently by getting people into the convocation.
All right. Well, that's a noble endeavor, Janitorius Cube.
Thank you.
Remembering that the gelatinous convocation was one of the things we need to kill.
Yep.
I'm just going to talk to him and go, I heard that, you need to have like a certain resume before you can join an organization like that. Are you sure you have enough years of experience to join the convocation? You might want to wait a little bit longer.
I'm always a part of the convocation since I am a slime. That is how that works.
Yes, but to move between planes, it's a very official thing. Trust me.
It's very efficient. Yes, you do need to travel between planes, but can I tell you a secret?
Please.
Go for it.
Just don't hurt me again.
Undermountain is kind of a nexus point between planes of existence. If you were to access certain areas, you could go into other planes of existence within Undermountain.
Oh.
That sounds terrifying.
That's
Yeah, it's super cool. I think there's like a few nexus points on this level actually that you can go into, but I think they're kind of locked up tight at the moment. You need like special keys to go into them, I think.
Were you born on this plane, or were you born in the
I was born in the convocation, but then I was summoned by Halaster to be the janitor here along with my parents. My parents went to go downstairs to complain to him, and they never. I think my dad came back up a few times to report on the situation, but he kept getting bigger and bigger because he kept absorbing more stuff. And one day, I kind of like yelled at him from like the first layer to the second layer because like he had gotten so big he couldn't go back up. So I'm just here now by myself, keeping the janitorial staff up to specs.
Well, keep up the good work, lad. I have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
So when you say bring other people into the convocation, what does that entail?
We have a ritual that we can do to transform other people into slime people, and that gives them access to the convocation's natural, happy resources.
Wow. I'd offer to join, but I'm already bound to enough. So,
Okay.
I wish you well in your endeavors.
Okay, hug for the road?
Why not?
Alright, make a dexterity savings throw. Okay, you give him one last hug for the road. He detaches from you easily enough, like he wants to this time. And he says, okay, bye guys, have fun in Undermountain, please don't die.
See ya.
Mercury, you sure you don't want to go get a hug? It's good for your skin.
I'm good. Thank you. Yep. Perfect. Let's go.
Just looking out for you.
Alright, I will quickly let you guys know that the rest of these hallways down here do not contain anything but slime. Just sort of like on the slimy tiles, like it seems like this guy just takes care of these hallways down here, and this is basically his job. He is the janitor. So like he keeps this area clean of any kind of treasure of that sort.
I assume this hallway is the same, or...
This hallway down here is, yes, the same.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's go knock some Xanathar heads then.
Sounds like fun.
Alright, you all head up here. Let me just...
Once we start getting close, I'm going to move into stealth mode.
Okay, roll stealth, everyone who wants to go into stealth mode.
Oof.
You guys
All right.
have fun. I'll stay back here.
All right. Yes. So as you go down here, you hear there are voices coming from above, right over here. So you think that there are guards that way. You also hear like a soft moaning coming from this way.
So do we want to take the guards or do we want to take the moaning?
Well, sorry, carry on.
I would just say that I think that the guards are a known quantity and that they will attack us, whereas the moaning is possibly not hostile. So we should probably take out the guards.
Well,
guards?
so I was thinking something very similar, but the unknown quantity could be something worse, which would be attracted by the fight with the guards. So it might be worth just checking it out first to see what it is, and then making an informed decision.
Do some recon. I like it.
All right. I'm gonna try.
Are you?
I don't want to open the door all the way. I just want to crack it enough that I can possibly see into the room.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so this is room. Okay. Let's see. While you look into this room, give me a quick perception check.
7.
All right, 7. So you see that there is an open pit in the middle of this room that seems to have a moaning going on within it. It seems to be a 10-foot wide square open pit.
Like here?
It is right here.
Can we draw this out?
Sure. Let me quickly go. There.
Okay. So the moaning is coming from the pit.
Yes, it's coming from the pit.
And do I see anything else besides the pit?
With that 7 in perception, no.
Okay. Well, there's a pit, there's a hole in the floor, and the moaning is coming from the hole. But other than that, I don't see anything else.
All
Do you
right.
mind if I take a look?
Be my guest.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a look.
Alright, so you look inside, give me a perception. With a 14, you see that not only is there a pit in here, there is a 30-foot wide floor-to-ceiling map carved onto the west wall. This map seems to be an elaborate image of a cross-section map of Undermountain, with what seems to be clearly Mount Waterdeep and the City of Splendors at the top of it, and 23 hollowed-out dungeon levels stacked beneath it. Each dungeon level has its own stylistic side view, but no names or details are included to suggest what a level is called or what it contains. 3 features stand out on it. Next to the 3rd level is a bas relief of a flaming skull, so basically it's just a picture of a flaming skull. The 16th level seems to be a picture of a comet, and a 23rd level is a picture of a tower with a tiny rune engraved upon it.
Do I know what the rune symbol reads? Is it a language?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie.
You think that is that seems to be some kind of magical arcane sort of communication button. So, like, if you pushed it, it would be like you could talk to somebody with it.
So it's like an intercom.
It's like an intercom system. Like somebody's like pushes it and he's like, "Buzz me in."
Okay.
Interesting.
I will relay that to my party members. Dude, there's a map in there. How did you not see it?
I was
It's
distracted
like
by
30 feet.
I was distracted by the moaning hole.
I know how that goes.
It's quite a
Yeah.
distraction.
From around the
I can
corner.
push.
That's what she said.
You have. But
Don't make me push you in that hole.
that's what she said.
This is devolving into children talk. What do you do with this hole?
Yeah.
That's what she
He said, I know. I set myself right up for that.
We're mature here.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're probably safe from something popping up from this angle. We could go deal with the guards and then come back to safely inspect this.
Yes, I would suggest we
Seems
avoid
fine.
the hole for now.
Yeah, let's deal with the guards first.
All right.
Yeah.
You close the door and you start heading up towards this
Well-
direction.
Wait.
Yeah.
I know I said avoid the hole, but according to my map here, there is another door that leads up and around them. We could take them by surprise.
That's a good point.
We could use one of
That
us
is
as
nice.
a distraction. Just in case.
Clang, clang, clang in heavy armor. I'm a very good distraction.
I'll go with Lindell,
All right.
and then the three of you guys can flank.
So, just to be clear, we're going to take care of the guards and then deal with the hole. So we're going to get the guards are our protection for the hole. Basically, we're going to get protection.
Sure.
So the other thing that potentially springs to mind is splitting the party. We don't know what the room up ahead is. If we do come up behind the guards, we don't know what's in the room that us three are going to go into before we get to the guards.
Maybe
True.
more guards.
Maybe we should just stealth in, check it out, and then if there's something there, just come.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, let's check it out first and see what we find.
All right.
Go from there.
Do a little reconnaissance.
I am going to sneak through this room at the most direct way possible to get over here while avoiding the hole.
Okay, yeah, you do so easily. Nothing comes out of the hole when you go past it.
And keeping eye for traps along the way, and as quietly as I can, I'm going to make my way through this hallway.
Okay, I want to make a perception check because there are no traps in this hallway.
Okay, I made one
yeah.
anyway.
Okay, well, there are definitely no traps now.
All right.
So yeah, as you're keeping with your stealth check from earlier, you are sneaking along the halls here, and you see that there is you hear lots of movement coming from down the hallways down here, and quickly, I want you to make a perception check for me.
Do you want me to make another one, or just use that 15?
Actually, yeah, the 15 is fine. You definitely hear that there are orders being shouted out as you're climbing up here.
Okay. All I need to know.
Does he understand? Well, I'm
Well,
not there.
I mean, I hear the tone orders being shouted. Yeah, flanking, probably a no-go.
All right.
Well,
Okie dokie. At
But-
least now we know.
But, I suggest if we take on the whatever guards are in the room ahead, we do it quietly. Because there are more in the room behind them, and they are definitely going to hear a large-scale battle.
Do we
Well-
want to draw them? Oh, go ahead.
so on that front, I still have one of these. Hold out the fireball bead and say, we could, if we distract them and hold them long enough, get enough of them into the room to fireball them all in one go. So rather than doing it stealthily, do it loud and get them to come into the room and get them all at once.
It's not a bad plan, but what about those of us who tend to fight up close and personal?
Well, so I'm thinking if I chuck the bead about 20 foot back into the crowd, the edges of it should avoid you. So if we hold the tunnel just at the end here, where we have the G marked on the map, then I can chuck it into the room further behind them and get them and avoid us.
I was going to suggest that we leave Lindell and Mercury in the place where Lindell's at right now, and then we draw them down the tunnel, and then Lindell and Mercury can jump them from the side.
And it also lines them up quite nicely for a lightning bolt from your
And
wand.
Ariatza will wave the wand.
Well, I think both of those plans are probably sound.
All right, so yeah, get ready for your plan of action. So, which way are you gonna enter from to start the battle?
So we need somebody to wander up that hallway, grab their attention, and get them all to come running this way, while the rest of us pretty much wait here.
Probably the fastest person to get back to us.
That would probably be me because I can action, bonus action dash.
And you'll get you'll be able to drop one probably with your opening attack
Yeah.
if you sneak up on them.
So
That'll definitely incentivize them to chase you.
yeah, so I'm going to, as best I can, sneak up here and try and catch one of them by surprise.
Before that happens, just as a thought, it might be an idea to have a readied action.
That would be on you guys.
One. Yeah. Just thinking for me and Ariadne to have readied actions for things coming around the corridor.
I will ready an action to just shoot a arrow because I don't want to ready the lightning bolt and then like only one of them comes around the corner and I miss most of them.
So yeah, Ariatzo, to answer your question, the ceilings are about as high as the rooms are wide. So count the width of the room, and that's how tall the ceiling is.
10 by
10
10.
feet here.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold my action for when they pass us. Then I could get a jump on them.
All right.
Attack.
As you are heading up here, Ariatzo, no, not Ariatzo, Gildas. You see that as you're preparing to make your stealthy attempt on this, you see rounding the corner, just like out of like with your like good perception check, the 15. You see being leveled around the corner is a crossbow being readied at your face by this goblin, and he is going to attack you. So we're going to roll into initiative.
Oh no. We've been had.
Apparently.
Who spilled the beans? We made the plan 10 minutes ago.
Was it loudly talking in the corridor?
Probably.
I would assume we were whispering, but
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. The goblin. So that's 14. Then just setting up something else. Okay. And then finally, this thing. Okay. All right then. So let me just organize all of this. And first in the order is actually the goblin, since he is going to get a surprise attack off of onto the rogue. So he's going to attempt to shoot an arrow at him. That's an 11, so I don't think that's going to hit.
Nah.
All right. He shoots one short bow shot at you, but that is not enough to hit you, unfortunately. It was around the corner, and he was shooting blind. So, yeah, Harmony, it's your turn now.
So you say it fired it around the corner blind, so I can't see it.
Yeah, it's swiftly, like, ducked back behind the corner, so you are not able to see it right now.
Well, in which case I'll say, looks like the fighting is taking place further up the tunnel, and move up.
All right, do you want to dash up?
Yeah, I think I will dash.
All right, go ahead and make your dash.
Bonus action, I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Friday. Gildas.
Okay. Gildas, you now have Bardic Inspiration, which
Cool.
should be good.
All right.
Yep, so Mercury, it's your turn. Mercury, it's your turn.
Sorry, I had my mic up like a tard. I'm gonna dash all the way up there.
All right, you dash. All right. So yep, just make your move up there, and you will. All right. Okay. So next in the order, is going to be actually someone that has not shown up yet. So you guys, Gildas, as you are rounding, as you get shot with the short bow, you see coming up is a bugbear from around the corner who is going to race around here to try and get you. So let's see. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. That's 30 feet. Can he get you though? 30 feet. Yeah, that's all he can do. So he's going to. What is he going to do? He's going to throw a javelin at you, Gildas.
Okay.
That's a 13. Does that hit?
No.
All right. He throws his javelin, but he is unsuccessful. So with that also out of the way, yes, it is now Gildas's turn.
All right. So I'm going to step over here so I can properly see them. And
Okay.
then I will use Insightful Fighting on the bugbear.
Okay.
For 20 insight.
20 insight. Okay. This guy,
Versus
he's
its
probably
deception.
It's probably not gonna. It's not gonna happen. He got an 8. So yeah,
Okay.
you got that insightful fighting.
What die size is the inspiration right now?
It's D8.
Okay, D8. I'm going to make a sharpshooter attack at him,
Okay.
and I'm going to add that D8.
Okay.
Plus 8.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Funny
so
enough.
Sharpshooter is
30 damage. Yeah. So you thunk this bugbear right in the head, and he goes bye, and you kill him instantly.
all right. And then I am going to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right. Next up is another person that has not arrived here yet, but will start making movements. So that will be. Let's see, so he will move. He's got a lot of movement speed, so. Okay, he'll move all the way over here. And now it is the goblin's turn. The goblins, you guys hear a cacophony of goblin sounds from around the corner as more are revealed to you guys. So these three are definitely starting to get out. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Do I get my held action bow shot?
Yes, you can.
Just on the first one that I see.
Yep, just at the first one. That hits, and it is dead. Let me quickly put those guys back on to the thing real quick before I forget their initiative order. And turn to 14. So let's see. So these two up here are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're both going to make attacks against Mercury. One makes a 22 against your AC.
Okay.
It's 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
Yep. It just whips out its scimitar and just deftly climbs up to your face and slashes your cheek with it. Okay, that was weird. Mercury at Gildas, the goblins were below you, so. Alright, so Gildas, it is. No, it's not Gildas' turn. Hold on. Let me get back down to. Lindell, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to. I can't even get up there. I'm gonna get to right here. That's my turn.
Okay, Ariatso, it's your turn.
Alright, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will take a shot at this.
Alright, go ahead and make your shot. 14 does not hit.
Alright. And Mercury just took like a tiny cut, right?
Yeah, it took like a tiny cut.
Cool.
Just
Okay.
a little nick.
Then that's it for me.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Alright, Ariatso, you're done. Harmony, it's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move up a little bit, pull out my wand, fire it at the two goblins. Level 4, so 6 darts, 3 at each.
Alright. Alright, remember to keep track of how many charges you have in that thing. So,
Yeah.
okay, so 3 at each, so the first 3 are going to go over to the first goblin, so it is dead. And so the other one is going to go over to the other goblin, and it will also be dead.
Blow the smoke off the end of the wand.
Yes. You blew the smoke off of it. And Mercury, is your turn.
Fantastic. Is there anything else around the?
You can go around and check.
Can I do it still?
You've kind of blown stealth out of the water right now, so you think that if anything's around the corner, it would probably be very hard to be stealthy from it.
Okay, I'll just go take a peek.
Okay. As you look around the corner, you see that there is a bugbear right there lying in wait for someone to come in.
In that case, I'm gonna take some more movement and just make my way in front of his face. And
He's actually going to get an attack on you because he prepared attack for this round with his Morning Star.
that's fine.
All right, so let me just. That's a 17 versus AC.
Miss.
Miss. All right, so yeah, go ahead and do your attacks on this one. That hits. And that also hits. You skewer this thing right in the stomach, and you leave this thing on its knees, but it is still up.
Hey, Bobby,
That's all I can do right now.
All right, Mercury, you see the bugbear like roar in your face, and it prepares to launch another Morningstar attack at you.
Okay.
It's a 13, so it's going to miss. As it does this, yeah, it doesn't do anything else. I can't really move away, so you're just gonna swipe at it again. So it is at your mercy at the moment. Gildas, it's your turn.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I have line of sight on this thing, right?
You do have line of sight on it.
All right. I'm going to... How hurt does it look?
It looks real bad.
Okay, I'm going to just do a regular attack at it.
Okay. That will not hit.
Oof. It was almost a 1. All right. I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Next on up, you see this door over here crash open as 3 more goblins come out of it, all aiming their crossbows up at the ones that they can see. So, Mercury, you're going to take 3 crossbow shots from these goblins.
Question: do I have full cover because that guy's in front of me?
He's currently on his knees right now in front of you because you've stabbed him in the gut, so I'll say that you do not.
Okay. Do I still have partial cover?
No, because then I'd have to do that every single time you guys fight an enemy. That's sometimes they'd have partial cover over you, and I don't want to do that.
No worries. I was just curious.
Yeah, no. Okay, so the first one rolls a critical miss. So no, he doesn't do that. The second one rolls a 21 versus your AC.
Miss.
And the second one rolls a 19 versus your AC. So that also misses. These guys then use their bonus actions to hide. So they're going to get around the... they're going to roll stealth checks. And they're not that good at them.
More down the hallway.
They're not that good at their stealth checks, though. They all say, scatter! And then they run off, directly into each other and, fall. And they fail their stealth check miserably. They got an 11. So, then it is another thing's turn that has not showed up yet, so I'm going to get that thing going. 1, 2, 3.
Suddenly, the thing from the moaning hole.
No, it's not the thing for the moaning hole. At least not that you know. Okay, yeah, so it is your turn, Lindell.
Well, that's ominous. I'm gonna get to here next to Mercury, and I'm gonna slash this bugbear.
Okay. It does not hit, and that also does not hit. You just whiff! And it's because the bugbear's on his knees, really. You've never had to deal with this before.
Not gonna make a comment on him being on his knees, and that's my turn.
Yes. Ariatsu, your turn.
All right. Let's see if I can get an angle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wouldn't be able, if I moved right here, I wouldn't be able to see any enemies, right?
No.
Okay, then I'll just go ahead and say, so I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it.
Okay. Harmony, it's your turn.
Okay, so I will move up.
Okay.
2 charges on the wand on the bug.
Alright, go ahead. Magic missile, just 1. That's enough to kill it. And poof, you watch this thing guide down. As you do, you see both of the bugbear bodies begin to shiver and shake as you think some intellect of ours may be popping out of them soon.
Oh, God.
But Mercury, it's your turn now.
Sorry. Can I give Mercury Bardic Inspiration as well?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hmm. I'm just gonna shoot from here as I switch weapons.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Funny enough. And which one do you hit?
The two are for the one in the middle, and then the next one because I have.
Well, first off, you killed the one in the middle, just with the first one.
Oh, geez. Okay. Okay. Then the second one is for the one on the.
Okay, you also kill this one.
And I cannot use my horde breaker because the others died, I think.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my turn. Oh, I'm gonna move up.
Okay. Alrighty then. Next turn is Gildas.
Okay. So, where is the nearest bugbear body?
The nearest bugbear body is right here, and one is right underneath Harmony's feet at the moment.
Okay.
Actually, just right in front of him.
So I see the heads like moving around, like something's gonna pop out of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the bugbear's head, and I'm just gonna put a dagger through it.
Okay. Make an attack roll for me.
Is that an advantage because it's prone, or
That is totally an advantage.
21?
That hits. Roll your damage twice.
Okay, give me a sec. I don't actually have my damage. Put that 1 sec. Dex. Proficient. 1d4. Okay. Alright, so
So that's 17 damage. You hear a quiet slice in this thing's head, and it stops moving.
you said roll damage twice? Or
Yes, you rolled. It doesn't really matter because the damage has already overkilled this thing.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you're already good on it.
Alright, and that is my turn.
All right. Meanwhile, in another place, something is still moving towards you guys. Let's see here. Actually, hold on a second. Because that should be there. Okay. Whoops, I have to get off of that. Let's see. From around the corner, you guys start to hear like a billowing wind sound, and let me see.
Which corner?
You see it come from around. Shit, I'm still on the ruler. You see it come from around this corner, and you see a giant-looking air elemental begin to pass around the corner and start coming towards you guys. So it's going to move through Mercury space. Let's see here. What is it going to do? Okay. So let's see. It is actually going to stop right here on top of Mercury, and it is going to activate its whirlwind ability. So, let's see. Okay. Make a strength saving throw for me, Mercury.
Oh, Lord. Not bad.
Yes, that is not bad. So you will take half damage from this. So. Oops. Okay. So let's see. 3d8. You will take 7 points of 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing begins to spin around violently, and then it is going to hit you with a slam attack. But it only rolls an 11, so that will be its turn. Lindell, it is your turn.
All right, I'll move up and I'll hopefully hit the air elemental.
Oh.
Jinxed yourself, man.
Whoopsies! So you do not hit the air elemental with that 8, with the critical miss.
Come on, I got one more attack. Oh, thank God.
With a 20, yes, you do hit the air elemental.
Oh, fuck this air elemental. Oh, go away.
Get him.
Let's see. With a with that, is that a smite with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So let's see. You do 24 damage to this thing. This thing howls in pain as you do this attack to it. But it doesn't seem deterred by you so far. Ariatsu, it's your turn.
All right. So Ariatsu is not a very smart man, but I think he's smart enough to realize that shooting an air elemental. I don't even know if this is actually mechanically true, but I think that Ariatsu thinks that shooting an air elemental with an arrow is not going to do much.
You could do an Arcana check to see if that is true. Let's see here. You think that if it was from a non-magic arrow, it would go right through it. But since you have I think you have a +1 arrow to this thing, so it would probably do damage.
Okay. I think either way, having seen the smite connect and do some decent damage with radiant, I'm going to use guiding bolt on it because I've never used guiding bolt in this campaign, and I want.
Okay, cool. Boop. That will hit it. Yes. Do your damage. 13 radiant damage. All right. This elemental doesn't like you very much, but it still seems undeterred. It seems to look still pretty healthy. And is that the end of your turn?
I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. I forgot that I have 40 feet movement speed. So.
All right. It's the end of your turn. You see one of the other bugbears' bodies pops out in Intellect Devourer.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Told you he wasn't a very smart man.
It's okay. We all have our moments. Just get this thing to put down where I want it to put down. Come on. Where is it? Okay, come on. All right, I have to go get it from here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Here we go. Is this better, game? Do you want me to do it like this? Yes, you do. Okay. So the Intellect Devourer pops up, and it is going to try to attack Lindell, who was the last one that tried to make an attack on its other sort of composed brethren inside the bugbear's body, and it is going to try to attack you, Lindell. Let me see if it succeeds. So first it's going to try to claw you. And it scores an 8. So that doesn't hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to try to devour your intellect.
Is he attacking Gildus or Lindell?
Gildus. I almost said Gindel, like they were the same person.
Oh wait, I thought you said Lindell.
Yeah, I
Did they
also
say-
thought you
no.
Yeah,
said
he
that.
did say Lindell, but
I did. I'm sorry. I said Gildas. My bad. That's my fault.
You meant
so
Gildas, you mean.
I meant Gildas.
Oh,
Dean,
man.
Dean. All
All
right.
good,
So,
man.
Better you than me, but have fun.
so make an intelligence saving throw for me, Gildas.
Oh, God. At least I'm proficient. Oh, shit. Whatever. 7.
7. Okay. You're going to take 2d6 psychic damage. No, actually, that's not it. You're taking 2d10 psychic damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 10 psychic damage. And then you're gonna have to roll me a 3d6.
Oh, good.
He's making you roll it too.
11.
Ooh.
Oh,
Guess who's a
Okay.
vegetable?
so what's your intelligence?
10.
Oh God,
10.
no.
He's a vegetable.
I'm not a
Alright.
vegetable. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Well, no, it knocks you to 0 intelligence, so you're a vegetable. You're not dead.
So Lindell, you I'm sorry, not Lindell, Gildas. I keep mixing you two up for some reason.
I mean,
So Gildas.
it's the
so-
L.
we're
So-
we're very similar. You know, the human rogue and the dwarf paladin. You know?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know where my head's at tonight, but I know where Gildas's head's at tonight. It's not in there anymore. So, you see the Intellect Devourer caught some kind of psychic scream into the air, and Gildas, your mind can't take it. And as you take the psychic damage, you fall. You don't fall prone to the floor or anything. You're just so stunned by this, and you can't conjure up any more thoughts at all. So you are stunned for now until you gain at least 1 point of intelligence.
Yep.
Harmony, is your turn.
Oof. Okay. So I will pull out second wand and fire 3 charges into the insect on the back.
Okay. All right, so that's 7, 12, 17, 19. You pour 19 force damage into this thing, and you see it get blasted against the wall, barely standing, but it is still there.
Oh god. In which case, I will give Bardic Inspiration to Ariadne.
All right. Mercury, you are currently inside of this air elemental with air swirling all around you. You're kind of like in a cloud at the moment. So what do you try to do?
Is there any way I could step here?
Yeah, you can totally step there. It's going to be difficult terrain, so just that's another extra 5 feet of movement.
Oh, okay. And then I'm gonna switch my weapons and then attack.
Okay, go ahead. Yes, that's a 22, so yes, that's 28, so yeah. It's 18 points of damage, this thing. You seem to cut this thing down, and it seems to be getting smaller and smaller as you keep cutting into it. So, let's see. Math is great. Alright, there we go. And, yeah, is that your turn?
Yeah, for now.
Alright. Gildas, you are a vegetable at the moment, so is there any kind of lasting... What is Gildas thinking right now with 0 intelligence?
I know things good.
Things are good. Alright, so now it's the air elemental's turn. I'm going to quickly see if it's good to recharge the whirlwind. So let's see. D6. It's a 6. So, okay. The whirlwind is back up at the moment, so it is going to... let's see, can I go there? It is going to go into here with Lindell, and is going to use it to whirlwind. So make a strength saving throw for him.
Oh, probably
That,
not enough.
That is exactly enough. So you're going to take half damage from this. You're going to take 4 bludgeoning damage, and then is going to try to slam you.
All right.
That is a 26 versus your AC.
Well, I think that misses.
Well, that doesn't miss actually. So you're gonna take 16 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And next up is this goblin over here who's just kind of been cowering in the corner, mourning its 2 friends that have been slain on the floor beside him. And he's going to poke out and see that the air elemental is doing some of the heavy lifting, and he's going to go like, "Yeah, you show him, boss. You suck him up and you blow him out." And it's going to shoot a crossbow bolt at. Let's see. It's the only person I can see would be Lindell, so it's going to shoot a crossbow bolt at Lindell. That's a 15 versus AC.
Misses.
All right, it misses. The air elemental actually kind of like whoosh, and it like actually shoots the arrow somewhere else, and it shoots it right back at the goblin. So the goblin goes, "Oh no, boss! What are you?" And the arrow like sticks right into his head, and it falls on the floor dead. That was kind of what you were afraid of, Ariat. So that guy did not have a magic crossbow.
I see.
And now it's Lindell's turn.
Ariatso, you got the brain thing?
What brain thing?
Okay, that answered my question. So it's actually I can't get to the brain thing anyway. 5, 10. Nope, I can't. It's right there. It's go handle it. I'm gonna hit the elemental.
Okay. Yes, that hits. That does not hit. So it's 11 slashing damage. This thing is howls in pain, and you see that it starts to grow smaller and smaller and smaller. You think this thing?
5 radiant damage.
Yep. And you think this thing is starting to go down. Ariatso, it's your turn.
So, because Lindell mentioned the Intellect Devourer, which I did not see occur, I was going to just attack the air elemental, but since she mentioned it to me, I'm going to step down here and survey the situation. See this Intellect Devourer that is, I guess, like latched onto Gildus' face, or
it is kind of in a psychic scream match with Gildus at the moment, so it's kind of like it's screaming at Gildus, and he seems to be stupefied.
okay.
I know things good.
Ariatsu's gonna yell, "Leave him alone!" And then he's gonna try to take a shot at the. Yeah, he'll do that. He'll shoot him with the arrow.
Boop. That will hit. The Intellect Devourer goes, "Funk!" and you just nail him against the wall, and it's dead.
Okay, and I've got 7 more movements. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will, if I can use like my bonus action and the rest of them to figure out what's going on with Gildus, like maybe do like a medicine or something.
Sure. Make a medicine check. With that medicine check, you see that he has some form of psychotic amnesia. It's very short term, and if you get him like a little bit of a rest, you think that it should go away.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay, Harmony, it is your turn.
Okay. Gonna poke my head around the corner, see the giant air elemental, and let loose with the wand.
Okay. Okay, that's 4, 8, 12, 15, 19. Tell me how this looks like as you kill this.
So a stream of blue bolts will fire out of the end of the wand, circle, and then slam into this air elemental and blow it into bits.
All right, it makes a little fireworks show actually as you like blow this thing apart. You see sparks of go into the air that seemed like sort of like weird and misshapen, and as it like finally pops away, you think that nothing else in the current vicinity is out to kill you, and you are out of initiative.
Guys, something's wrong with Gildas.
So I'm going to drop a lesser restoration. Oh, did you say? Oh, you didn't say it. You just looked, didn't you? So yeah, I probably would just drop the restoration.
Yep.
But it won't do anything.
Do you want to do lesser restoration on him?
Well, so I would in character, just seeing that he's all messed up. Try lesser restoration, but
Ariats is
guess it
probably
wouldn't work.
panicking, so he probably wouldn't have said like we just need to get him some rest. But
Okay, then. While you're doing the lesser restoration, do an Arcana check for me.
I'm gonna check on Lindell and walk up to her and be like, "Are you okay?"
Gildas, you feel that like some of your intelligence has returned to you as your friend has done this. So please roll me 3d6.
You might end up smarter than when you came out of this. It's like it's like all of a sudden you're like in that what's that one movie where they get like drunk in Vegas? You just see numbers flying by your head. It's like
Oh,
The Hangover?
The Hangover.
Yeah, it's like Ariatsu just like shoved two wires together in your brain and it created sparks, and suddenly you're like, I can see colors in everything, and then your intelligence goes back to normal. And you're just like, oh, okay, I'm back.
That
Oh, he doesn't get the 16 intelligence.
No, he does not get 16 intelligence. That'd be
'Cause
wild.
If he did, we'd all be like rushing it into like Devourers and then restoration.
You just like hit me, man, hit me. I'm good.
You worst.
Roll the wheel to see what intelligence you get.
that was very unpleasant.
all right.
Well, I've got a headache now.
Other than that, are you okay?
No, I hurt. I just hurt.
He kept saying, "I know things good."
Well,
You kn-
I know things well enough to know that I am hurting everywhere.
You know, any sooner and that thing might have crawled in your brain.
I'd rather not think about it, thanks.
How's
You could
everybody
actually
look?
make another whole
Yeah.
reference to his
What kind of person do you think of me? I'm not gonna make another whole joke.
brain. How is everyone doing? I'm a little hurt, but I'm fine. How about you guys?
I need a
I
sit
see.
down or some kind of attention. Actually, I'd start digging into my bag. I take out a potion of healing and I'm going to drink it.
Whoa.
I would stop you, yeah,
Oh.
if you allow
Yeah.
me to.
Oh yeah.
I'd hold up my hand and say, well, we can sort that out in an easier way. Keep the potion for later, just in case.
All right then.
So I will use the staff to drop Cure Wounds at level 2. Oh,
Oh.
alright, fair enough. Ariatsu.
That's everybody gets 15.
Wait, is it? Hold on.
Yeah,
Everyone?
prayer healing.
I think it's during
Oh.
a short rest, right?
10 minutes.
It's a 10-minute spells.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
okay.
takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh, this is prayer of healing. Yeah, okay, yeah, everybody gets it. So yeah. So you're taking you're taking 10 minutes to like cast the spell on everybody since the battle is over, and yeah, so everybody gets that 15 hit points back.
Oh
Whilst
Are you
that's going on,
are you still looking bad, Gildus?
no, I'm feeling much better actually.
All right.
whilst that prayer's going on, can we do the obligatory loot of the bodies?
The
See if they
obligatory-
had anything useful. Obligatory looting of the bodies.
Oh right, yes.
Yes. So roll survival check for one of you. Just one of you roll survival for me. See what the guys have on them.
This is not my forte.
I got a forte in survival. I'll roll it. 22.
22. You see that on the air elemental, he seemed to be carrying some sort of map on him. It looks very similar to your map, but it seems to carry more details about this hideout in particular. And you see that there are several marked spots on this map. One of them seems to be his area of work, which seems to be this spot right over here. So this seems to be his office. The air elemental was in charge of here, apparently. And you can see that this is a daycare center for giant rat pets. You can see that this is a Grick feeding ground where they keep Grick. They feed adventurers. Gricks are over here in the Grick feeding grounds.
Oh,
And there's also these. This seems to be a giant rat daycare center for people that have giant rats as pets.
As one
And that's
does.
all. Yes, as one does. And up here seems to be a meeting spot for anyone that wants to have like cordial meetings with the Xanathar Guild up here.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna hand the map over to Harmony.
Yeah. Thank you. So, should we go check out the office and then scrawls and Zentrum signs all over the meeting place?
Oh, yes, definitely.
well, do we want to save the Grick chamber, because that sounds so fun, for last, since if we go north, there's nothing past that?
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that assessment.
Seems fine.
Alright. Now, how would we get up there anyway?
You see that you see that on this map there seems to be secret entrances upwards, going upwards to secret portions of the map here that seem to lead upwards, so you can easily go upwards. In this room over here, it seems to be just sort of a regular a mess hall for the Xanathar Guild. People seem to have half-finished plates of rotten meat just left on here. That seems very... it doesn't seem like the janitor got in here for some reason.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah,
The
gee, I
door's
wonder
open
why.
on the way out.
Yeah. And, yeah, so where do you guys want to go first?
So did we say clear north first?
If we go north, do we want to go by the... Oh, hold on, just like basically go... Oh, hold on, I forgot how to do this. Rat daycare, then air elemental, then meeting room, basically?
Yep, seems fine.
Yeah, sure.
We check those side rooms on the way past as well.
And then we can maybe come back down this hallway in case it has anything on the way back.
Sure.
Or it's just one big trap, it's either or.
Yeah.
We can check when we get there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as we go.
Let's just walk through it. What's the worst that could happen?
Okay. You quickly... so yeah, place your tokens down. Where do you want to go? So I know where to put you guys. As you go through the hallways up here, there doesn't seem to be any like spots of note. It seems that this is very much like an entrance hall sort of thing. You notice that down here seems to be the entrance towards the pits leading toward the Grick, and over here is the entryway towards the daycare center.
So, what's the plan with the daycare center?
I have a feeling more
giant rat.
adopted animals, but
Oh yeah, we do. We can't really leave them here now that we've taken out their masters.
unless they're intelligent rats, then we don't need to worry.
We could always free them.
I want a rat pet.
I mean, chances are if we free them, they might attack us, but I'm not against the idea.
True. I could always talk to them.
There you go.
Yeah, have a chat
Alright.
with them, see what they want to do.
Okay, so go ahead and open up the door, one of you.
You first, Mercury. This is your plan.
When did it become my plan?
When you mentioned
Now.
talking to them.
Can I check the door for any kind of traps? I suppose there probably won't be any, but
Somebody
just
could
for
check.
safety.
I will give Mercury guidance for this.
Oh Lord, what would I do to check?
You can just open up the door, and inside you see there are giant rats. From here to here, there's a ton of giant rats. They seem to be behind sort of caged-in fence area. So you can see that. Let me just paint in the fence area. So like right there. So the rats, as soon as you like open the door, they're like they're like crawling to get over the fence wall, but they can't. So they don't seem to be like intelligent rats. They just seem to be pets that seem to be waiting for more people to come by.
Okay, in that case, can I get here and can I start talking to them using my primer?
Does that let you talk to? Does that let you talk to them, or just like communicate with them?
I can communicate simple ideas to beasts as actions. As an action, I can read basic moods, intent. I learn of their emotional state. I'll just
Okay. They seem very excited by you coming in here. They're like, and you see that they don't seem to be in pain at all. They just seem to be excited that you're coming in here to visit.
Okay, in that case, I will reach in to my pet rations bag and feed them a little.
Okay. As you do so, give me an athletics check.
You have guidance.
Okay, thank you. I will use the guidance. What is it? D what?
Ooh. Do you
Yeah.
do you still have inspiration? I don't remember if Harmony gave it to you.
I think you
I
used that one.
don't-
So I think Lindell and you are there to have.
You
I
never
think
gave
Mercury-
me inspiration, but I know Mercury never used his. It was Gildus that used it on that sharpshooter shot.
That is correct, yeah.
All right. So roll that inspiration.
D8.
What do I do?
D8.
8.
So 16.
16.
16. This rat rolled an 18. So when you come in, you see this rat like full out like grab your hand and tug you over the gate railing and over here.
no.
and all of the rats around you begin to pile onto you, and they're going to attempt to attack you. So if you want to roll your initiative, that is
Oh,
Oh,
that is fully okay. So oh shit, let me get the tracker up.
So,
do I get to reroll?
I'm pretty sure Mercury will survive a fireball if anyone wants to survive fireball.
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
That's just what I was thinking.
I was just showing off my hospitality.
Hey, little fella, and he just gets crowded by rats. Ah!
The rats
none of
get
us are even
advantage
inside
on
the room right now, so all we hear is just Hey, little guys. Ah!
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What's the sound Mercury makes as he's dying to rats?
Mistakes were made.
Yes. So, Harmony, it is your turn.
So the rats roughly where they are now, or
Yes, they are roughly where they are now. These ones over here seem to be very excited to meet their new friend and seem to be running over to greet Mercury.
okay, I will drop it there then, just at the top right corner of the fence.
Could you just ping that for me, like right there? Okay, and all right, so that will be. All right, so that's right. How large is a fireball radius? 20 feet.
20 feet. So
So yeah, I think you will get hit with that. I think Mercury.
yeah, it'll hit basically everything except these 3 rats right here. I think.
Yeah, that's the intention.
All right. So move that circle like right there. So yeah, I think that will hit pretty much every rat. Mercury will get hit within that range. So yeah, that rat's just out of range. Yeah. So roll fireball.
It might just kill the rats outright. Who knows?
All the rats within this radius die immediately. So Mercury, make that dex save. So that's a 15. So that makes it. So you take half damage from that.
It's okay, I deserve it.
You're no longer grappled anymore, so you can choose to just jump out of this place now. So it is your turn.
I'm gonna jump out of the place.
Okay, you're just like, I've had enough of this, and you just jump out of this horrible place. Give me an athletics check to see if you can hop the fence.
You do not have
Athletics or
guidance
acrobatics?
I'll give you acrobatics.
Nice.
You don't even need to like grab the fence. You just straight up jump over it. Like you just poof, and you do a cool little mid-air front flip as you do so, and just run around the corner saying, "This is a mistake. This was a mistake." And then, if you want to not fight these rats anymore, we could just flow out of initiative.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So the encounter is over.
So
Mercury has a few charge marks on his body right now.
at this point, because Ariatsa rolled a natural 1 on initiative, he's guys. I think Mercury's in trouble.
Oh, Ariatso, never stop being so innocent.
I'm
How
okay.
How you doing,
So-
Mercury?
So as Singe Mercury comes around the corner, I'll tap her on the shoulder with the staff.
Thanks, buddy. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Yep, so that's exactly enough damage. I mean, healing to heal you up, so
That's amazing.
yeah. That was pretty good. So yeah, what do you guys want to do now? Do you want to kill the rest of these rats just in here now, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Well, diplomacy doesn't always work, but we don't necessarily need to kill. We could, well,
I mean, they. I know we were talking about like killing their owners and stuff, but they should have enough food to last for a while now with their buddies' corpses. I mean, it's
Ooh,
Rats will eat just about anything.
we just basically serve them a week's worth of 4-course meals.
Yeah, you can check back in on them just like in a couple weeks, see how they're doing.
All
I
right,
don't
we'll
think
leave
they
it for
have
now and
anything
come back.
against cannibalism.
It's just food for them.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's. All right, we'll come back in a few weeks then.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. So you guys, where do you want to head to now? Do you want to head to the office?
Uh, yeah. So there's a door there, or a couple of doors on the way there. So checking for traps along the way.
Yeah. So with your natural perceptions, I just checked. You see that there are no traps, just like around here. You like check the walls, and they're like, nope, nothing here. On the way there, though, you do see that there are statues all dedicated to Xanathar here, all with his ghastly beholder visage. And as you do so, you see that there is a stuck behind one of the statues is a were-rat corpse that is just sort of like, kind of shoved behind one of the statues, like it just was garbage. You didn't.
I'm gonna take a second and I'm gonna scrawl the Zentarum winged snake onto the center eye of each of these statues.
Okay.
He's smiling as it
Okay.
happens.
All right. And there is nothing else in this hallway. When you peek behind this statue of him over here, you see it's a secret entrance to the air elemental's room.
Can I check the were-rat's corpse as we go past?
You can, and you check inside the were-rat's corpse, and you see that there is a little tag on the were-rat that says "Zookeeper."
Zookeep.
Yes, Zookeeper.
Okay. We'll leave it at that then.
Yep. And with that, you can head up here into the air elemental office. When you get into the air elemental's office, you see that there is not much here. You see there's like a few desks with notes on them. When you see the notes on the desks, you kind of look into them, and you see that these are correspondences from Xanathar upstairs. When you take a good look at them, you see that there are mentions of the heist that took place with you guys in it. Like there seems to be like a lot of displeasure with losing all of the gold in the Dragon Heist adventure, and when he mentions this, however, when he mentions the loss, however, he says that the deal between him and the final transactors is now incomplete, and they will need a substitute for the gold that he lost.
Pocket those notes.
Yes. You see there's like a few older correspondences too. It just seems like this was a permanent base for the Xanathar Guild. They seem to have more bases in Skullport, sort of like a city that's beneath the town of Waterdeep. They seem to have a bit of a hold over Skullport at the moment. However, there are correspondences that say that there has been a disruption within the ranks down there. It seems that something strange is going on with their subordinates as the new waves of the Allfallen have risen up to kind of take claim over Skullport.
So these notes might be useful just in case we need to find some people or pretend to know some people downstairs.
Yeah.
Might be worth taking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could totally pose as Xanathar members if you wanted to.
You know, with all this infighting, it's basically another gang war like what we just had to deal with. And it's another opportunity for us to maybe make good money and connections in Skullport if we somehow beat both sides.
Exactly. It's always quite profitable playing them against each other. So.
It's true. You have experience. You heading towards the meeting room now?
Yeah. Should we check those side rooms first?
Okay. The side rooms. You live inside the side rooms, and you see that these seem to be dormitories, places where the Xanathar Guild members would sleep. just like right here and right here seem to be just dormitories for them.
Alright. Onto the meeting room then, I suppose.
Yep. When you go into the meeting, you see that this is sort of a VIP suite that has been converted into a meeting room. There's a lot of empty beds here. There's a bathroom right on the east wall. No, the west wall. Going right over here. There doesn't seem to be anything inside of it. This just seems to be a very sweet-looking meeting room for people to go into.
Again, I'm just gonna take some time and scrawl the Zentarum symbol
You're
on
just
the walls.
you're just marking this place up. I think I need to give you guys spray paint eventually, just so you can just be like tagging places just over and over again with the Zentarum.
Only when the Xanathar is involved, though. 'Cause-
Of course. The Zentarums are just like, yo, we're getting a lot of free publicity from somebody. These guys are like
drawing a lot
heroes.
of flack from the Xanath, are they?
Yeah, they're like, fuck. They're just, oof. Alright, and with that, you've explored those 3 locations. Do you want to go towards the Grix, or do you want to go somewhere else?
That is a question.
So,
Do we want to have to fight, deal with whatever Grix are?
so that was going to be my question. What exactly are Grix?
You can make Arcana checks to see if you know what Grix are.
No idea.
No idea.
Small idea.
Yeah, no.
Lindell, let's see. Let's see. Grix. Grix seem to be large, warm monsters that seem to be like predators. They're giant worm monsters that seem to be predators.
I'll
Well-
explain that to the group as best I can.
Well, I'm down to 1 wand. So, I may not be much more use in it. But I've still got healing if you guys are happy to
Yeah.
outline it there.
I'm good to keep going.
All right. So yeah, just pick a location, and I will describe what you see. You still have some stuff. You still have that moaning back in the room down there. If you want to go back there to check that out, or if you want to go into the Greek den, that's perfectly fine. Or if you want to explore further, that is totally fine with the last Zentarum hideout that seems to be at the bottom of the map.
We can clear out the Grix and check out that moaning.
Yep, seems fair.
All right. Go ahead and place yourselves right here. Then. All right. Ooh.
Right there.
Gildas, I was like, whoa, you went way too far.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we were going.
So,
I thought we were going to check out the moaning hole. So.
All right. So let's see. Let me just drag him over here. Okay, so you guys are now right in front of this burrowed out tunnel right here. Where do you guys start? So yeah, actually, what's the marching order here?
Are we trying to stealth, or are we not really going to focus on that?
Well, if we know what's in here, and we know it's going to be tooth and claws, it might be better to have the tanks up front.
Yeah, if they're just monsters at this point, then.
Okay.
All
It's a thin tunnel, so we might be able to get them like one at a time.
Okay. So yes, the tanks go up first then, and they can start moving forward. And when you hit something, I will just tell you when to stop. All right. So when you hit here, you make a quick perception check for him.
Oh man, Mercury should have been in the front. 13.
All right. So with a natural 13, you see that there are two Gricks that are gently just sort of like sleeping right over here. And once you start approaching, however, you see you see both of them kind of like perk up, like almost like they can hear your footsteps coming from down the hall.
Yep.
That's them.
If we hold position, they'll be limited in the numbers that can attack.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do we want to add more room to it or stay single file? Because right now
Well,
it's just going to be me fighting one at a time.
So if you move slightly further forwards, I think you and Mercury would be able to fight side by side.
I could back you up.
All right. With Mercury, Lindell would hop in the hallway, I suppose. They'd see us if I hop out, so.
Okay. So if you would hop out here, they would begin seeing you, and you can start rolling into that initiative.
Yay.
Oh my god, guys, what's going on? This shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. Oh no.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Harmony
that's
rolled higher than me, thank god.
The worst part is I have initiative at advantage.
Did you roll 2? No, you rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yep.
Whoopsies. Okay. Alright, let me just roll for something else. Okay. And alright. Alright, so let's see here. First name order is this thing. So, let's see. All right, you guys hear a little rumble underneath the earth before you guys' turn starts to take place. So it seems that something has been awakened as these things sort of cried out in when they saw you. Harmony, is your turn.
Okay. So, would I be able to see them if I moved up one?
No, unfortunately, you would not be able to move. You would not be able to see them if you moved up one. You can move past your friends. It would just be rough terrain. So that would be 10 feet per 5 feet.
Okay, so I could move through them.
Yes.
Onto the other side.
Yeah.
So I will walk through on the way. Say, "Come on, uglies. Let's see what you got." To the first Greg.
All right. So yeah, let's say wisdom save. Wisdom. They get a 12. So that's this one.
Yep.
All right. So that one takes 5 feet of psychic damage as you hit it with this sick burn. Anything else?
So yeah, I'll give last bardic inspiration to Lynn.
Okay. Lindell, it's your turn.
Crossing my fingers for that bullet mount that I said earlier. I'm going to move to yeah, I'll move to here, or 5, 10. Yeah, I'll stay here. And I'll swing at the Grick in front of me.
Okay.
Yep, okay. 22.
Yes.
10.
It's 10 slashing damage. 24. Yes.
15 slashing damage. There
15
we go.
damage. You kill this thing with one swipe.
Oh. Well, I'm sad I can't get to the other one to do that to it.
Yep.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. So it's this thing's turn now. Let me just get this thing back in the order. So into 15. So just move that back up in order. So it's going to go 1. He's actually going to go to 1, 2. And it is going to try to attack you, Lindell. It is going to make one attack with its tentacles. It's a 22.
Oh yeah, that hits.
So you're going to take 6 slashing damage from the tentacle.
All right.
And then it's going to attack you with its beak. It critically misses, so that's not going to hit.
All right.
And that will be its turn. Gil, it's your turn.
Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20.
You can get to the other side, I think.
No, because it's 10 feet to get to move on to Mercury space, and then that's it. I'd have to dash.
You could bonus action dash.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just do that. And then I will fire... I'll fire a sharpshooter shot because I can.
Alright,
12. That's what?
that doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Okay.
Doesn't.
And I'll finish my movement over here.
Alright, Mercury, you go.
Is there a space right here where I could walk, like, past? Or is that still considered pushing past?
I think that's a space you could move in.
Okay. So in that case, and I'm gonna attack that guy.
Oof. Yeah, that hits. That's 19. So, yep, that Boosh. You're not out of initiative yet, so do you make any other actions on your turn?
Was that your mic was cutting out?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not out of initiative yet, so is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm gonna hold my action for something else. Or, yeah, I can't do that. I'm good. God, I love Discord.
Yep.
Yay.
Still better than the old days of Teams Mumble. Stuff
Oh
like that.
God, don't remind me.
I remember Skype.
I still use Skype, but that's just because I needed to call my mom.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Not yet.
Welcome back.
So let's see. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
There's nothing else I can do.
Okay. In that case, then, Ariatso, it is your turn.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's the fight, guys? And I'll just go ahead and dash, just because I don't like being in these narrow tunnels. And I'll I won't go past Lindell, but I'll get in front of Gildas since I'm worried about him getting his brain eaten again.
Okay. As you head over there, so this other thing's going to go up. So, you guys see something explode out of the wall right over here as a giant grick seems to burrow its way out of the wall and comes right up over here through a tunnel that it's made.
Aww, it's not a bullet.
Yes. So this
This reminds
is
me of Tremors.
Yes. So this thing is going to look around and see that the bodies of its children are splayed out in front of Lindell and Mercury. So Lindell, it's going to attack you first.
That's fair.
So it's going to attack you with its tail. That's a 9 against you, so it's not going to hit. And then it's going to hit you with its tentacles. That's a 23 against you.
Yeah, that hits.
You're going to take 22 slashing damage.
Oh my!
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
And then it is going to make another beak attack against you. Ooh! And that's a 25 against you.
That hits.
You're going to take 17 piercing damage.
Jesus.
I'm still up.
Yep. But yeah, this Grick Alpha is mad, and that you just killed its kids, and
I went from full hit points to like, hey guys, I'm almost unconscious.
Harmony, it's your turn.
Well, since Big Boy just popped out of the wall, yeah, I'm gonna pull out the last wand and fire 2 charges.
Okay. It's 5, and that's 4. 5, okay. So it's 5, 9, 14.
Oh, sorry, drop the 2 because it's only 2 charges.
Okay. So that will only be the first 3?
So first 4.
Okay, yeah. So it's 5, 10, 14, 17 damage. So this thing, you hit this thing for 17 points of damage, and it yells in pain as it like collapses its mouth back into a worm-like sort of substance, and it goes. Rah! And you see its eyes like turn. Actually, it doesn't even have eyes, so it just turns to you, Harmony, looking very mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck back behind the wall, and that'll be me.
No.
All right. Who's up next? That would be Lindell. Lindell, you're not looking so hot.
Excuse you, I'm always hot. I'm just a little bloody.
Heyo.
I'm going to hit this thing twice.
Okay, go ahead.
Ah, damn it.
You're gonna hit this thing once.
I'm going to try and hit it twice. My apologies. 24 damage.
24 damage. You hit this thing for 24 points of damage. You see it scream in pain again. It seems you cut like a pretty good gash into its side, and now it is.
I'm going to, as my bonus action, cross my fingers and cast Sanctuary on myself.
Good play.
Okay.
That means it's going to hit one of you guys instead.
I'm gonna
Alright.
show you a
Kill me.
safety dance instead.
Gildus, your
I
turn.
copy
well-
Ariatso's safety dance.
All right. Well, it's not going to hit me. It's going to hit one of you guys because I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage over
Of
here.
course.
So I still have line of sight on it, and
Okay.
I am going to attempt another sharpshooter. There we go. 20.
That's a 20. Is this -5?
Yes.
All right, yeah, that hits. That is 33 points of damage. You see this thing, you cut it like right down to its brain. You can see that you have just barely missed its brain as it seems to like just. You think you could blow on this thing and it would be on death's door. So,
All right,
Now it's
someone else deal
Mercury's
with
turn.
it. I'm going to step over here.
You said it looks like it's on death's door?
yep.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it. Or at least try.
Yes, that will hit it. And how do you kill this thing?
I'm just gonna split from like its torso up through its head. Like
Ooh.
just blood splatter.
Oh, okay. You get
I'm
blood
pissed off.
splatter everywhere. And you see it like, and you see it like flop down to the floor as you've killed it.
Are we out of initiative now?
We are, in fact, out of initiative right now. And here's the tunnel it made when it went into that room from its room.
Well then,
I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds on
Well, so
Lindo's just
there's
gonna
a-
like sit down for a second.
are you going to be okay?
I don't know. Let me check. How many holes do I have in my body now?
You've got a lot.
Yeah, I can't
least three.
count. I can't count this high. I'm running low on blood right now. Let's see, 8, 16. That's better. I'm still really low.
Okay, I'll give you.
I was at 50 something, and it knocked me down to 7 hit points. All right, I'm at half health, more or less. Thank you.
Yeah, this
Need
thing
more?
really whammied you.
Do you need more, Linda?
there's more on tap if you need it. So
I'd rather not waste our resources. Mine are better used for this. I'll put 10 points into myself. So I'm at a little
think-
bit above half.
Mercury gave you 7 additional as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, he gave me 8, you gave me 8, and then you gave me 6, and I gave myself 10 plus 7. Okay, yeah, I'm good now. After all that, I'm finally good. Holy shit.
that's brutal.
That guy was definitely a surprise for you guys.
I was, if Mercury didn't kill him, I was gonna shove the lightning bolt wand into his mouth and just unload.
Oh. If
All
that
right.
thing hit me a little bit harder, I would be down right now.
Okay. So yeah, that would be. So yeah, that's it for now. If you guys want to keep on exploring into this place, you definitely can.
Yeah. So should we check the room that it just came out of first, and then go and check the longer arm?
Suppose that's fair.
Mhm.
Probably.
All right, I'll step into the room. Where's number 2?
You do need 2 for kids.
Well, that depends on if they reproduce asexually.
None of us know shit about Grix, so we don't know.
Yeah.
None of you know anything
It's
about.
a weird squid thing that walks on land. We don't know anything about it.
Okay, so you go into this room. You see that there is. Let's see. There is an up. So in here was a Grick. You see that directly above this room. You see that there is a weird looking upside down throne on the ceiling of this room. And sitting on the throne, which is upside down, is a mummified minotaur with gems embedded in its eyes. A great axe lies at the foot of its throne, and debris seems to be strewn across the floor and ceiling.
So who wants to take bets on whether or not that thing is going to come alive if we try to touch it?
Oh, almost certainly.
The
But
axe looks
it
real
does have
cool,
some-
though.
And it does have some shiny gems as well.
I'll do that thing where like you put your finger in your mouth and you like try to test the weather, and I'm gonna see if there's any undead in here.
You see if there's any. Are you using like divine sense?
Yeah, I'm using Divine Sense.
You see that this thing is actually just like not undead at all. It seems to be just like a mummified corpse, like somebody just like It's like a pharaoh sort of situation going on right now.
All right. I don't believe the Minotaur itself will come alive, but I have no doubt that taking the gem or the axe will set off some type of trap.
Well,
You can make a perception check to see if
yeah,
there
that's what I was
is a
about
trap.
to do. 19.
Gildas, you're pretty sure that this is not a trap. This seems to be more or less like a way to keep the Greeks occupied. Like there's like meat up on the ceiling that's clearly rotten, but it's something that they can't get to. So like
That's how they usually keep them occupied once they like toss adventurers in here for them to feed on.
Oh, in which case, I will summon the sword hand, cut the head off the Minotaur, and see if I can flick the axe down to the ground as well.
Okay. You flick the gems from the Minotaur down to the ground. One of them is agate, is an agate gemstone, and the other one is a zircon gemstone. All in all, it's 60 gold pieces. And once you toss the axe down, you see that the axe seems like a normal battle axe. It seems way too big for any of you to handle. Even like with your absurd strengths, like you're pretty sure that this was built for a minotaur to wield.
Theoretically, if I used enlarged self, could I use it?
There's a possibility, yes, you could use enlarged self to use this axe.
We do have a bag of holding.
Doesn't your gear change with your size?
Only if it's magical.
Well, I'm
And
just
that's
thinking
really
if-
more of a flavor thing.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if he enlarged self, picked up the axe, and then disabled enlarged self, would it shrink?
I mean, I guess
You'd
that's
have to-
something we'll have to test out.
Yeah, you'd have to check.
I mean, with 18 strength, would I even be able to lift this thing? I guess that'd be the final answer.
Give me an athletics check.
All right. I'll use the inspiration that Harmony gave me. So 16.
Okay. You with a 16, you manage to lift this axe, and once you start lifting it up, you see that the axe starts to become more like gold in your hand, and you see that the axe becomes like a very like finely cut axe. Like it has like a leather handle on it. The ends of the blades become gold, and you can see there's some black and white trimmings in beneath the hilt and the handle. And you see that there are like dwarven runes carved in at the end blades of each of the axe handles. And you see that does anybody know Dwarvish?
I do.
The dwarf, yes.
Also the human.
You see that this axe, the runes on this axe say Gemma.
Gemma. Lindell eagerly takes her greatsword off her back, slams it into the floor, and starts testing this thing out.
Yeah, so make an attack roll for me if you want to use this.
Okay. Just straight strength attack.
Yes, just make a regular strength attack.
That'd be +7. 21.
You make an attack with the axe, and it's really good. You think that this axe is a +1 magic great axe, and you think that it has more magical properties to it. Just as you swing it, you see there's a crackling of fire as it swings down onto the ground.
Oh shit!
It's shiny.
Is everyone okay with me taking this?
Help
Go
yourself.
for it.
Have at it.
I will say every time you use this thing, so long as it is in this enlarged state, you will have to make an athletics check to wield it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's totally your choice.
Yep. I am now going to basically once a day be able to use Gemma the Great Axe.
All right, so that is a +1 magic great axe. So just put that in your inventory then.
Mm-hmm. What's the fire stuff, or do I not know yet?
None of you know, unless you want to make an arcana check.
Well, so I could identify it for you. If you
Oh yeah, identify would surely work on this thing.
Yes, just in case it's cursed, of course. We don't want to be hauling this around.
Always better to know what you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, you hear the voice of the identify spell say, "Ah, yes, Gemma, the Great Axe. This is a +1 magic attack weapon to damage rolls and attack rolls made with the weapon. This axe crackles with black and white flames, producing a gray smoke. When you score a critical hit with this weapon, the flames erupt in a brutal burst of force energy and add a 1d12 either force or fire damage to your roll.
That is insane with Divine Smite, dude. Like, if you crit, you could do like 60, 70 damage in a round.
Oh god.
To be fair, I can only use this while enlarged.
Well, yeah.
So like,
There's some prep work.
new experiment to like maybe find something more usable than my once a day racial, you know. But like once a day, it's like this great axe is coming out instead of the great sword.
Yes, indeed. But yes, now you can like stuff this thing in your bag of holding.
Just means you gotta boost your strength a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hurt.
Now I got this giant fucking minotaur axe and the great sword on my back. Let's go.
Yep. Let's go. Yeah. So, is there anything else? Anywhere else you want to try to? You want to check out the rest of this?
Yes, I think it's try the long arm, see if there's anything in there.
All right. You go over here, and you see that there is a kind of whimpering, sort of crying man in a cell, like right around this corner, and he seems to be just sort of like huddled up in the corner, just sort of like rocking back and forth. And as you guys come around, he says, "Oh, have you come to rescue me?
Hello, friend.
Oh, you're not. Oh, I was captured by the Xanathar Guild, and I didn't think I was going to make it out alive. Thank you. Please, will you let me out of here?"
Ariat's is going to start opening the cell.
Oh,
Alright.
hold on. Let's figure out who this
Whoa,
is.
wait.
Whoa. I'm going to roll insight on that first.
All right.
I want to
Same.
see how. Like, I'm not entirely unbelieving that he was locked in here, but just in case.
Oh,
12.
Okay, Mercury. What exactly are you inside this guy for?
Wait. Actually, 1 second.
If he's telling the truth, like if he's actually a captive here.
I'm saying that here because
So
he's
I
full
I
of.
actually rolled a 16, not a 12. Because I'm trying to discern a lie.
You don't think he's lying about like being a prisoner of the Xanathar Guild. And Mercury, with that 21 insight, you can see that he is legitimately grateful that you guys are here.
So I'll
No.
ask him. Sorry, carry.
no, go ahead.
So I was just going to ask him how he ended up here.
I was with my my adventuring party, the miners of Daggerfell. But we got separated and attacked by the Xanathar Guild while we were going down to Undermountain's Skullport. I don't know where my friends are at the moment, but I can only assume they made it down there by now. They haven't come back for me anyways, so I guess that means Kellum is just not in their good graces today.
You need better friends.
They were not the best people, I can attest to that.
Well, seems reasonable to me.
Well, do you still want to go to Skullport, or would you rather just go back to the surface?
I would right now, out of the days that I've spent in here, I am going to go back to the surface. I want to see the sun again.
We
How long have you been down here?
Let's. Where is this room? So yeah, this guy looks like he's like been malnourished and all sort of stuff. So like
Ooh.
You're going hella robotic, Boom. I mean, it might just be.
Am I being right?
No, that's for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry if I'm being robotic.
Oh, you're back now.
Oh, okay, I'm back now. Okay. So yeah. So he goes to pass. He passes Harmony, and he says, "I'm." Wait, did you open up the door?
As soon as they say I'm allowed to, I will open the door.
Okay. He passes you all, and he says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am going to leave now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." Let's see. As he does this, I want all of you to make perception checks.
It's actually a 17 because my passive
Yeah,
perception
yeah.
is 17.
Can
Okay,
I pat
cool.
my pockets?
Yeah, sure. Oh, okay. So yeah, Mercury, as he's kind of slinking away from everybody else, you spy that beneath his fingertips, he's carrying Mercury's fiddle of lost souls just behind his back. He's going like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna leave now." And I think you like catch him just as he's like about to leave.
Yeah, I'm totally stopping him.
Hello there, friend. What can I do for you?
Why don't you stop stealing our stuff and hand it?
He gives you the fiddle, and he's just like, "You cannot blame me for trying."
Actually, I can.
And I very much do.
Okay. He looks to your panther. Who's
Blocking the exit.
He's pretty hungry right now.
okay. No more stealing. No more stealing. I promise.
I wouldn't be surprised if your group left you because you tried to steal from them.
Yeah, it's been a problem.
Might be better off leaving you in the cell.
He like starts to skulk away. He's like, "I'm going to go over here now. Hi, little kitty. I'm just going to move around you."
Nope. He's not gonna let him move fast.
Okay. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. See if he can move past his kitty.
He's a dirty pickpocket. He's not worth our time.
He got a 5, so your kitty like blocks him easily. He's just like, "Okay, no, go for me. I get it."
Actually, I think stealing from people that are trying to help you is kind of a punishment. I think it deserves a punishment. So, guys, if you're okay with this, maybe you should just strip down and just walk out.
Yeah, no, that seems fine to me.
You want my clothes?
Everything.
Yeah.
Except for your underwear. I don't need to see.
Nobody needs to see that.
I just don't want to put him back in the cell. But he does deserve something for trying to steal that.
Okay, all right. Let me. He like very like slowly begins to take off all of his clothes, and he like puts them in a neat pile on the ground, and you can see just this like embarrassed man, just like this like giant cougar. And can I please leave now?
See you later.
He has everything off, right?
Yeah, everything's off except for the underwear.
And then I look over to Freddy. I'm like, let him go.
All right. He like goes forward and he's like, "See you later, kind and generous people." And he walks off, never to be seen again.
At least until we find his corpse surrounded
Yeah.
by a goblin.
It's fine.
Wait,
No, it's
actually, hold on. He goes back actually, and he says, "Can I actually have like 1 gold piece to get back up to the yawning portal just before?"
I will give
Okay.
him
Yeah. Okay. Hey, thank you so much.
Wait, before Ariazzo gives him 1 gold, I'm going to stop him, and I'm going to give him 1 gold's worth of copper.
Oh, you bastard!
You just give him a bunch of pennies.
Don't drop them.
Okay. Who gives him this?
Gildas.
Gildas, I need you to make a perception check real quick. All right.
17.
As he does so, you see, like, you give him like 1 gold piece worth of copper in like a little bag, and as he does so, you see him like take one of your daggers, but like you see him do it.
I'm
like
just
almost
I'm gonna let him take a couple steps back away from me, and then I'm just going to throw a dagger at his feet.
Foonk! And he's like, okay, I see you're very perceptive, all of you. And he's going to then back away, and he's going to run for his
Put the
life.
dagger down, I will kill you.
He throws the dagger at it down, and then he runs away.
I look at Freddy, I'm like, chase. And I'm just gonna have Freddy chase him down the corridor before coming back.
You think you've scarred a man today.
We're good people.
Mm-hmm.
A
But yeah,
strong lesson in anti-thievery.
within his clothes, you find within it a couple vials of blue powder, 3 of them to be precise.
So, can I do an Arcana check on it?
Yes, this would be an Arcana check. Nope.
Ooh, no idea.
Can we roll
You-
those too?
Yes, you may. Anybody that wants to can make an Arcana check on this.
Nope.
Mercury, you've been around the good circles for a little while, and you know that some nobles tend to indulge in this every once in a while once they want to start to feel powerful. You know that this is a drug known as arcane. It is a magical sort of powder you inhale to give you magical abilities. It was first designed as an experiment to create sort of magical super soldiers.
Okay. I tell that to the group.
Well, that sounds kind of dangerous, but also kind of handy.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I think whatever abilities it might give you is random. So it could be, it could have a consequence to it.
Would I be able to identify this?
You could.
I will do so then. Do you want me to splash the blurb?
Sorry?
Do you want me to put the text down for it, or?
No, with the identify spell, you identify as you identify this as something as bad batches of arcane. You know, to like put this in, you will if you sort this up, you will gain 2 first level spell slots that can be used for an arcane burst ability, so that you'll get like more damage on your next attack roll. Basically, you'll be able to like deal more damage with it. But you know that if you fail like a d20 check, there is the potential you could be blown up.
Oh,
Seems like a good deal.
that's a bit of a catch. Yeah, okay. Well, we can either use them ourselves or flog them. I probably lean towards the latter, but whatever.
Are
people
you telling me I can get even more dice to my attack rolls? It's like,
think. Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, you're a robot.
Yeah.
Might be something wrong with Discord.
Yeah, Discord's messing up a lot tonight. So let me be clear here. So if you sniff this arcane dust powder, you will gain 2 spell slots to be used for an arcane burst ability. When you use 1 spell slot for an arcane burst, you will gain 2d6 lightning damage to your next attack.
Wait, it's a drug?
It's a drug, yeah.
Ariatso wants it.
Well, so you say the consequence was if you fail a d20 check, is that a constitution check or something? You blow up.
It is a straight d20 check, so there's no bonuses added into it. And you know that like these are bad batches, so if it was more refined, you would be able to like use these without the potential of blowing up or like a safer potential. But as they are right now, these are based off of like wild magic from sorcerers. So you know that like even if you like refined it, it's still kind of like a crapshoot to see if this stuff would help you out.
Okay. So I mean,
Sorry.
okay. In which case, we can't even really sell it. So
You could, but it's unethical.
You'd be selling. You'd be literally be a drug dealer if you did so.
Are we already drug dealers?
Yeah, but this is
Legal.
it's not like super dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, what I was trying to say when I was robotic, sorry, is that you're telling me I could add even more dice to the paladin attack roll?
You definitely could.
But you could also blow yourself up.
You
Maybe.
know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. You know, like let's blow myself up to do more damage.
I mean, definitely. If you try, you could try to test this stuff if you wanted to.
Ariatsu definitely wants to try it.
Okay.
Wait, I think
Ariatsu,
it's a
do you want?
little racist that the two Underdark characters want to be shooting up drugs. I think we're setting a bad example, man.
My flaw is I have a weakness
Don't
for
do
the
drugs,
new
kid.
intoxicants and other pleasures of this land. That's why he's such a slut, and that's why he wants to.
That is totally fair. So yeah, if you want to take all three of the bad stuff arcane, you totally can.
I will try one. I'll do one more.
Okay. You're doing one line of blue arcane. So let's see how this would work. So do
Oh no.
okay.
We might lose our healer.
Roll a 1d20 for me.
Is it? I thought. Do you do it right when you sniff it, or do you do it when
You do it when you sniff it.
All right, let's go.
Oh god.
Hell yeah.
All right, with a 19, you are going to roll from the Magic Wild Surge table. So roll me a 1d100.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I might be able to survive a fireball.
It's 22. So I will get the table out here.
Or he turns into a potted plant. That'd be funny.
Okay, so yeah. Wild Magic.
Summons the Jurassic.
Okay, nothing happens to you right now, but you think when you use your arcane powers, something will happen.
Okay. So what? So I get one extra spell slot to add lightning or force damage to a offensive spell cast.
No, you get two extra spell slots. So like when you want to use these up, you can use when your attack hits something, you can be like, okay, I'm gonna expend an arcane spell slot to add 2d6 lightning damage to my next attack. Or if you want to be like, this is permanent for right now. So
Okay.
but the spell slots will be used up when you use them. So if you want to
Okay,
take another
so-
hit of this thing and get more spell slots, you gotta do that arcane.
No, I tried it. But so just to be clear, I have two extra spell slots that consume, but I keep them through long rests, but once I use them, they're gone forever. That's how.
Yes, that's
Okay.
how it works.
Cool.
And if you want to do more extra damage, you can use both spell slots to do three. To
46 or 40, 12.
to actually do 3d6 if you just want to do a lot of damage at once.
Okay.
But for more long term stuff, you probably want to use those in sequence with each other. But yeah, so that's how arcane works.
Well then.
All right, so yeah, please, if you look down this hallway, you will see that there is another gated off, sort of gated off. Wait, oops, I don't know. GM map.
Robot.
It is right here.
Robot.
So there's a gate there.
Yes, there is a gate right there, and beyond that gate is. Let me just. Beyond this gate are what? Nope, I didn't want to. I gotta get off the paint tool. Beyond this, there are more Gricks beyond this fence line. However, when you see them, they all seem to be like super sad.
Oh no.
We killed their parent.
We fell for this with the rats. Let's not fall for this again.
Even
To be
killed the
fair,
young.
did we kill the mom or did we kill the dad?
Either way, they stand between us and the rest of the passageway. So what do we want to do?
How? So you said that the height of the ceilings are the width of the space, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is 15 feet
Yep.
about. Okay, how big are the gates? Do they go to the ceiling?
The gates go all the way to the ceiling. Yes, it's sort of enclosed off these Gricks.
Well, that shoots my plan down.
So,
What?
That just means my plan won't work.
Okay.
How do you how does Thunderwave work in your or in this game?
Thunderwave. It works. Basically, could you bring up the spell real quick?
Oh, that's not it.
I mean, so yeah, it's in a 15-foot cube. So yeah, Thunderwave, it emanates from you. So anything like within that sort of space will get hit with the Thunderwave unless they move out of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna what a 3x3 grid essentially.
Yes.
Gildas has the right idea.
Well, I assume Harmony is going to tell us, hey, step back.
Yeah, well, so I'm just spitballing ideas at the moment. It depends. Do we want to see if we can just walk through this, or do we just?
I think they'll probably try to kill us.
So, I can clear them if you'd like, but I don't know. I feel a little bit bad killing some young Gregs.
We can try to walk past them.
Well, I mean, according to the map, this just leads back to that main room we killed that the Alpha was in. Do we really care about going here?
There could be some treasure or something in this room.
There
Well,
could be.
Yeah, no, good point. Yeah, we could just go loop around.
Yeah, you can just loop around. That was actually my bad. I didn't realize that was there. It kind of blended in with everything
We've
else.
also seen how dangerous these creatures are. If
Yeah.
we want to leave them around.
Yeah. If you want to go around and check here, I will tell you that there is nothing over here. It just needs to be like another entrance towards like the Grick habitat.
Hmm.
So I will tell you that this whole area has been cleared.
Cool.
Boom, I'm gonna take how many doses of the blue arcane were there?
There were
Jesus
three.
Christ.
There were three. You took one so
Did
far.
anybody else take any? Lindell, you were
Um,
talking.
I would like one, but I don't want to use it right now.
Yeah. So, okay, then are you gonna take one, Lindell? I'm talking
gonna-
real fast, man. This is
I
so,
know.
so-
I'm gonna look at Mercury.
Of course.
He's just shaking his head, but he kind of like waves his hand like you do. You.
No, she saw him shake his head, and she's like, "Fine."
All right, I will
All those damage dice are gone.
I will store a dose for myself, and I will offer to store a dose for Gildas if you.
Oh, I'm gonna take one from you. I'm gonna put it away at my own things,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
All right.
So do we head back to the other corridor then?
Yep. You would go back to the moaning pit.
yeah.
Do we want to enter from the other direction or the one we know?
Yeah, let's go down the corridor we haven't been down, just for completeness.
Sure. Well, I've already been down here. There's nothing of note.
Yeah, there's really nothing of note in this corridor. It just seems to be another way to go in.
Yep.
So yes, in here there is a moaning coming from this pit down here, and there's a map of Undermountain on the wall over here.
So, we could call out and say hello, but does everybody want to be ready just in case something horrible comes out of the pit?
Oh yeah, I have a knife in hand ready to throw if something comes up and attacks.
Okay. In which case, if everybody's ready, I will shout over to the wailing pit. Hello, are you alright? What's going on?
You hear the moaning stop and say, "Who is there?"
Ah. Well, just some travelers. You sound like you're in trouble. Are you okay?
My friends, they left me here.
Was one of your friends a sneaky rogue that tries to steal things?
That. No, not him. We left him behind.
Seems like your party does a lot of that.
The fine fellows of Daggerford are nothing but cowards and murderers, and nothing more.
Pickpockets, actually.
Yourself included?
No, I am a fine man that was killed by those bastards.
Insight.
Yeah, roll insight. He sounds very angry. When he calls himself a fine man, you think that he is doing that because, like, he has been killed by these horrible people. So you don't really know if he's a fine man, but he thinks he's better than them.
Hmm. So wait, you're dead. Is this what I'm
I
hearing?
am dead. They dug a hole in Undermountain and threw me in here. And I went to the Forbidden Graveyard and came back.
Oh. That's a name that's familiar.
What do we want to do about this then?
Well-
Should we go look in the hole and see what he actually looks like?
Should we just, like, push stuff in from the sides and fill it in?
That's horrible, Harmony.
Is he
He's
the only one
a
down there?
servant of the
But not a
Allfallen.
terrible question to ask.
And he is undead, so
Right, he'll be buried under rubble for eternity.
well, I mean, has anybody got a moonbeam or something that we can just drop down the hole?
I have a name, it's Halith.
Had.
Good point.
Skeletor, the skin people are talking. I mean, I can just, if you want me to go down there and smite him. She's like whispering to the group.
Don't do that.
Oh, he's very perceptive.
Very.
So, chances of releasing you 0. We can either leave you in the hole or, like, help you move on. Your
Please,
choice.
just please let me out of this hole. Listen, I just want revenge on my previous party members. Just let me out of here. Let me out and let me go down so I can face me on my own.
So, all you want is revenge, and you're a completely innocent bystander that's never done anything wrong.
The only way to help me move on is to see them dead.
That's not
the
answering.
only.
That's not answering my question.
What's your question?
Are you innocent in this? Because if you're just a murderer and your party killed you, then we're not going to let you out.
My party accused me of withholding treasure from them. I was beaten to death and then thrown into this pit. I awoke today as a revenant, and I am going to kill my remaining 3 party members once I find them.
Can I make? I know as a player what a revenant is, but can I make some
Yeah.
kind of check for
Maybe
for?
Yeah,
a
sure. You
religion
can
check,
make,
maybe.
that's it for sure. With a 19 in religion, you know that revenants are like people that have come back from the dead. And they actually, let me just look here. I'll give you the official description.
They always come back. They don't. They can. You can never release them.
I think it's after
A-
24 hours they come back or something like that.
Yeah.
A revenant has only 1 year to exact revenge. When its adversary dies, or if the revenant fails to kill its adversary before the time runs out, it crumbles to dust and its soul fades into the afterlife. So if you leave him here for a year, he'll die no matter what.
Now, here's the question. Did you withhold treasure from your party members like they accused you of?
They didn't. I did nothing.
Well, thank you, Ariatso. You can beat me too.
Ariatso, you think like he's telling the truth, and he was unjustly killed.
Oh.
It seems to me like he's telling the truth, guys.
Oof.
It might
Maybe
be this
it is.
blue arcane, but you know.
Must be some of this arcane that I'm sniffing in my nose right now. Ugh.
Maybe,
My gut tells me
maybe we
right,
just let him go then. Let him go sort out his own business. He'll be gone in a year regardless.
All right, and Ariels is gonna walk to the hole and activate his winged boots and float down there to see him.
All right, you see. This man.
Robot, sorry.
Oh,
Super
you're
robot.
really a robot. We can't understand you.
Yeah.
That was weird. Sorry, it just turned all robotic for me for a second. But yeah, so he looks up at Ariatso displeased as you guys were talking shit about him like 2 seconds ago. And once you come down to help him, he eagerly takes your hand to get out of this pit.
Up we go, Mr.
Okay. You take him out of this pit, and he says, "My name is Haleth."
Up we go,
His-
Mr. Halaster.
Is definitely Haleth. And he gets out of the pit, and he says, "Thank you."
All right, you gotta promise me though that you're not gonna kill anybody other than those who have. And I already feel bad for saying that.
But I mean, if it's a whole kind of divine justice kind of thing, then yeah, we would.
I will kill no one except for the ones that get in the way of my revenge.
Okay. That could be a lot of innocent bystanders.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your main focus is killing your party members, correct?
Yes, and from what I can recall of the maps, the stairs leading to the second level are just just down this hallway. So if you just leave me to my duties, I can just go down and go search for them on my own. You won't even see me after this, I hope.
And clear the way for us, which would be quite nice.
I have.
Group huddle real quick. Stay right there, Skeletor.
My name is not Skeletor, and why should I stay here once I'm out of the hole?
Because if you don't, there's two holy people that could easily smite you where you stand.
I'm doing detect good and evil, or evil and good, as I walk towards Lindell.
Let's see.
Oh, if he gets out of our range, that's good.
Actually, that's fucking horrible. It does not work like I thought it did.
Yeah, it's not like the older edition where it
Yeah.
like tells you their alignment.
Well, he's super undead.
Yeah.
I will also tell you with detect good and evil, you think like there is something unnatural about him, celestial in nature with him.
Okay.
Could be an Azamar.
All right, Linda, what you got?
So if we let this thing go on a goose chase to kill his party members, he's probably going to kill a lot of people. Because remember what that cube said? There's some sort of convention going on the next floor, and that's where he's going.
Shit.
Maybe.
LARPers.
Well, maybe not this time. This is an entire event that normal people might go to, not like those vampires. Maybe we could have the Revenant follow us, because killing evil people is something we do all the time, and his party members killed him and left him for dead. So
True.
maybe just put the Revenant on a leash and then help him find peace.
Okay.
Oh, that seems reasonable.
Plus, he might have more information about the lower levels if his adventuring party has gotten farther than us. It might be good to just drill him for information about treasure, locations, people, that kind of thing.
Didn't he say something about the Eternal Graveyard?
Yeah, that's one of the Allfallen we need to kill. Well, I mean, just based on the name, it seems like that's what brought him back, right?
Seems likely.
He said he'd been there and returned. So yeah, that'd be my guess too then.
If that's the case, he might have been even lower down the floors than we thought, and he literally came back from whatever level that Allfallen's on.
All right.
Yeah,
Your
let's get him
logic
on a
seems
league.
sound.
This way we keep innocent people from getting in the middle of a bloodbath, which is annoying, and we perhaps get information and stuff out of it.
And it's always nice to have something that powerful on our side in a fight.
True.
Exactly. Not saying like me and Ariatso could take him down in a second, but he'll be back up in 24 hours, which would be extremely annoying if he came after us.
Oh, we also know the location of this hole, so if that does happen, we just toss him back.
Yeah, we could just put him back in the hole. That's true.
Yeah.
I
Or
think
any hole will do.
any hole will do. That's right, Harmony.
Nope, you got to use the right hole.
It's got to be the
I
moaning
think
hole.
I think if we kill him, from what I recall of Revenants, if we kill him and he turns to dust, he resurrects somewhere else.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes, so if we want to imprison him, we need to do it somewhere while he's still physical.
Yep.
But again, that's hypothetical. Let's be optimistic. Maybe we can actually work with this thing and do
It is
something
nice
good.
to have a contingency plan though.
Of course.
Okay then. So while you guys are talking, you see that this guy is like pacing back and forth. He seems to be fiddling with a bit of jewelry around his neck as you do so. And he looks at you back and he says, "Well, what is your decision?"
Well, if your party members killed you one time, they could probably stomp you and put you in another hole. And two, we're not going to let you kill innocent people. So we're going to help you get revenge.
But
Truly?
you can't just go running off half-cocked the second you see them. We're going to need to figure out who they are, what they can do, and develop a plan accordingly.
I know where they are.
Yes, I said who they are, what they can do, and then we figure out a plan.
Because
Which avoids collateral damage.
You've been in a pit for a little bit. They might have allies and powers you're not aware of.
Okay. Well then, my friends. One of them is a shield dwarf named Copper Stormforge, and two others named Midna Taberth and Rex the Hammer. I was the cleric of the party. I had healing spells. I had rejuvenational abilities.
What was your god?
My god. My god was. Let me quickly see.
Lying.
My
He's a cleric
god
and he
wa-
doesn't know his own god.
no.
I've been in that hole for a while.
My god is. My god was Poseidon, god of the sea.
All right.
A seaman, then.
I was a seaman, faring man then. I was a seaman. I was in water deep for a time. They came to me offering that my expertise, and once they assumed I was hoarding treasure, they killed me and they put me in a hole, and now I am back to kill
That
death.
that is the story of how the seaman got in the hole.
Wow, that's even worse than what I've said earlier.
You know, I'm really, I don't think I need you people. I really think I can just go down there and kill them myself.
You might be able to, but again, we're not going to let you kill innocent people to kill them. We'll help you kill your party members, but we're not going to let you kill innocent people on the way.
He takes a deep breath. It's if he's considering it. Please roll me a persuasion check. Who's the one talking to him?
Ariazzo.
Ariazzo, roll me a persuasion check.
I thought Lindell was talking to him.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
Do you want me to
so-
roll it?
I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
yes,
I'm not
yes,
gonna
I want
lie. Ariazzo and Lindell, your voices sound very similar.
You definitely should roll
You know
it.
what? That's
Sorry.
racist against Underdark people. I got a natural
Heyo.
20.
All right, let's see what this revenant rolls.
I hope he can't beat the 26.
He does not beat the 26. He got a 12. So he says, "I will not hurt innocent people. I am talking about the minions that my parties may have gathered in my absence. More of their
Oh yes,
Horde.
no, they're fair game, but
Yeah.
the
If it's a bunch of
main,
goblins and thugs, then
our
whatever.
main concern is that the second you see them, you're going to charge without
Well,
a
I
plan.
I will charge, and I will
We-
defeat them.
No, you won't.
I absolutely will.
All we want to do is figure out a plan that's sure to work so that you can get the rest you deserve. Is that so hard?
I have a plan. I am going to go up to them and I'm going to punch them in the face. I don't see anything wrong with that plan.
Well, the fact that you don't see anything wrong with that plan is what's going to land you in another hole.
He steps up to you, Gildas, and he says, "Do you want to see my plan in action right now?"
Well, I mean, if you want to spend the next year in a hole, we can try that dance, but surely it would be better to get you your vengeance.
Yeah.
We would rather help you.
Lindell raises her great sword. Good undead or no, my smites work on you just the same, so you stay still.
Had to listen to her.
He seems to respect Lindell, and so he calms down.
Are you
And he
understanding
says-
are you understanding why your approach isn't going to work yet?
I only respect the one that still has their god with them.
Oh,
And he points to Lindell, and he says, "I respect the paladin here."
I don't
Because he-
Ariazzo fucking chokes as soon as he says that.
I don't need your
like-
respect, sir. I just need your cooperation.
Probably a better word than compliance.
Just remember, undead, you are acting like a disgrace to your god. So calm down.
My name is Haleth.
I'll respect you with your name when you act like a human again.
Oh, he is going to straight up punch you in the face when you say that. Does a
Goodness, this-
14? Does a 14 hit you?
I'm going to catch it with my fist.
And like kind of deflect it backwards.
No,
And
I'm
he
just like
says-
holding his fist, staring at him.
He stares at you and he says, "I am a man, more like you than you realize."
Then act like it and listen to our plan.
I have a plan.
You will get your revenge.
You're far more likely to succeed with help.
I have no issue throwing you back into the hole.
And that is what is going to happen if there is no help being offered.
He flicks his hand away from you and he says, "Well, to be honest, I'm not going to be the zombie here. I'm not going to be Mr. Undead. I'm going to be Haleth."
Haleth. What did you mean that you respect the only one whose god is still with them? Like, Ariats is very serious right now.
He looks to Ariazzo and he says, You're a drow, right?"
Yes. Well, half drow.
"Then you know of your situation down here, right?"
What do you mean?
The drow down here, they do not respect their gods anymore. I assumed that was the same with you.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. And now he like visibly like relaxes and he's ready to go. Sorry, I had to do that because it caused like an existential crisis within Ariatsu.
Yes,
Don't worry about it.
that was a kind of name drop right there. He was like, the only god that's still here is with her. And so yeah, he calms down and he says, "What is your plan? Just to have me hang around? Is that the plan?"
No.
Haleth, I'm in front, you're behind me, and the rest are behind you. If I move to attack something, then you can attack it.
We'll incapacitate them, and you can have the final blow.
Very well.
And if you ever try to strike at my fiance again, I'll make sure there's no hole deeper that not even the gods themselves can find.
He speaks no more, and he simply like holds his hands across his chest and he says, "Then I suppose we have an accord."
Well then, and I put my hand out for a handshake. It's nice to meet you, Haleth.
He shakes your hand and he says, "It is nice to meet you."
All right. We've been here long enough. Let's go find those damn stairs.
Yes, right down this way. And Haleth begins moving over here, and he
I
like,
put my arm in front of him. I'm in front. Remember.
Fine. I was just showing you the door.
We have a
and,
map. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh! Of course you have a map. All right. And he begins pushing you down the hallway. Down and whoops, shit.
This got serious and tense real quick.
Yes. And as Haleth goes down here with you, he as he goes down behind you guys, he gently like opens up the door here, and he peers around the corner, and he says, "Okay, the stairs are right over there."
Are there any Xanathar around?
Not that you can see.
Let's be quiet a
What's inside
second
this
and
room?
listen.
If you want a perception check to see if there are any that you can hear, sir, you can go and make that check.
Again, it is a 17 because my passive is 17.
Okay then. You guys hear a lot of chatter over in this direction. But not a lot anywhere else.
What?
What
Uh,
about
for
it?
what?
Sorry.
Oh no, Karen.
No, go ahead, please.
Well, so I was just thinking if we block that corridor, we can clean it out quite quickly. So if two of the tanks sit side by side in that corridor and we call the rest to
I could block off that hallway by myself if you want.
Nah, I'll back you up.
just thinking for extra attacks.
That's fair. Do we want to deal with these now? We could. Haleth, do you only sense your companions on the next floor, or are they scattered?
I sense them on the next floor right now.
We could handle his companions and then come up and deal with these Xanathar goons later.
Well, so quietly I'll whisper over, it would be quite nice to have the extra help when dealing with the Xanathar. And more loudly afterwards I'll say,
Honestly, we struck a deal with the gentleman. We might as well have it done promptly.
I'd rather not the situation get more tense because we're slaying goblins.
okay.
So I'm going to propose we try and sneak to those stairs and get what we have to do done with Haleth here done ASAP.
And then we can immediately come back up and blow away these Xanathar goons.
Yes, if we're so inclined, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys can make stealth checks to see if you don't want to be noticed as you board the stairs.
28.
With the 28, yeah, you make it. You make it.
2.
Yep, y'all make. Oh, with a 2, no. You definitely make some noise.
I was like, you know what? Let's try and stealth, guys. This isn't gonna work.
You hear like loud footprints, like bang, 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 clang, 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 and you hear some of the commotion up there stop. But still on that way.
You just roboted.
You went red.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you like stealth up. Lindell, you don't do a good job. You hear like some of the chatter upstairs, like stop, but then it like goes right back onto chattering, seeming like they don't really care about you. And you guys all successfully go over to the stairs and walk down to level 2.
Oh man.
Which I will put you on in just a second.
So I gotta head out in about 15 minutes. Do you want me to stick around for this fight? If we're gonna do you think, Boom, that it's worth it for me to stick around, or should I just have...
You can just stick around as I reveal like the next map.
Honestly,
yep,
I think it's a good cutting off point getting to the second floor.
Yeah.
Yep. Here is the second floor.
Wow. We got 20 of these bastards to go.
Holy potatoes.
Well, the first one was bad.
Shit.
Jesus.
And as you start making your way down the stairs, you start to hear more chatter as you see posters on the wall say, "Welcome to Dungeon Con. You'll meet your will you meet your Allfallen deity today?"
Oh, shit.
Oh.
And as you keep like going downwards, you hear more and more chatter. You see like some like regular common folk like just hanging around some of the corridors. Some of them just seem to be like hanging out, like shooting the shit, like grabbing some beers. You see like wearing like some wearing like bugbear outfits, like, and like some of them have like really cool masks on. And as you make your way down here, just like to where I'm pinging you guys at the end of the hallway right there. You see that there is like a little guest. There's like a little goblin like that's kind of handing out passes to everybody down here, and he says, "Hey, dude, welcome to Dungeon Con. What are you looking for? We got the main hall right past here with everybody inside. We got some side halls if you want to meet the giant gelatinous cube. He's right down there. Come on, man. What you looking for? I could lead you towards the excitement."
I was not expecting this.
Neither was I. Huh.
Come on, can I at least show you the main hall?
Sure, why not?
All right, he starts taking you down the main hall. He's like, hell yeah. And he starts leading you down the main hallway. And you guys see quite the establishment. You see, like, booths are set up. You see there is a throne with a giant dragon sitting in it, overseeing everything. You see that there is, like, cultists lined up in the booths. And you can see that there is a bright, shining, like, sign right over the dragon up on top of here saying, "Welcome to Dragon Con, where you meet your Allfallen deity today." And I'm going to reveal all of this to your...
Meet your all-fallen deity today.
Oh no.
This is awkward.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh. Hello, Niv Mizzet.
It just
Oh,
doesn't
I'm
stop.
praying that's not Nimizit right there.
That is art from Niv Mizzet, yes, but I don't know
it is,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping it's not his stat block. Oh god. Oh no.
And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
I
As you step into
I
the
don't
second...
want to. I don't want to ruin the mood, guys. But Cooper the dwarf is over here. That we're after. Oh god.
All right, well, welcome to Dungeon Con, I guess.